Hey, welcome back to Métropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is November 27th, 2025. It is American Thanksgiving today, so it might be a bit of a slower day. If you're off enjoying with family or friends or whatever it is you do on this day, hopefully you're having a good one. But for the folks hanging out in chat, how are you doing? Welcome to a Thursday evening. It'll be Friday soon, no stress. Firstly, Restream's working again. That took me a second. I just had to literally turn it on and turn it off again in like a very strange way, and it worked. So shout out to the folks in Twitch chat. How's it going? It was lonely there for a moment. The 5 people on Twitch can talk to us again. Lucy, on time, let alone early. How you doing? Brennan, YouTube gang, rise up no matter how late. Meteor, how you doing? I can't watch this in 2x speed. You have to wait until you either are behind or until it's out. Lucy's saying, I know we're going to have to listen to slow Andre. I've gotten up to 3.5 speed in the VODs now. It's actually a problem. If you pay for YouTube Premium, they allow you to go all the way up to 4x speed. I have decided, I have put my foot down and thought, I'm going to draw the line at 2x speed. 4x speed, there's no way that's going to be good for my brain. So 2x speed, that's sometimes comfortable. I have to do full attention. If I'm like doing something else, 2x speed doesn't work. I'm purposely gonna talk a bit slowly today just to bother Lucy. Yo, Friday, I usually watch VODs and stuff at higher speeds, but I find Andre already talks pretty quick, so it's hard to hear at 2x speed for me. I don't know how you do 3.5. Yeah, I speak really quickly. Not the best trait I have. I'm glad that it's working at normal speed. How's it going? Tom, I do audiobooks and podcasts at 1.2. It's the most I can do without getting too chipmunky. For what it's worth, if you increase the speed, it doesn't increase the pitch. Like, it should, but they also didn't do it. Shout out to my one MP3 player I had when I was a teenager that had the ability to speed up and slow down songs without changing the pitch. Man, was that a cool feature. The accent on the hill I grew up on is most people's 2x speed. I have an innate boost. Doing good. Doing great. Good to hear. God, how did he not yet get Deck of the Week over Scrubs? It's not going to happen. It's never going to be the Decklist of the week. It just something else keeps coming up. I don't know what Scrubs is. If someone asks me, I have no idea what that deck is. Joel, how's it going? Hey, John, what is up, my dude? I'm doing well. How you doing? Y'all don't advance to YouTube? I don't know what that means. Just done with Thanksgiving. What's up? How was it, Supernaut? Was it good? Hopefully you had a good one. I don't know what the expectation is. Like, I'm assuming it's like a big family thing. We're having some friends over tomorrow who are American, who are in Canada. So we're doing like a Friendsgiving tomorrow. That's the most we have. But for those who don't know, Canada does its Thanksgiving thing in October. Here in Quebec, it's not really a big thing. But yeah, happy. I'll deck with list of the week when it wins New Year's Showdown. Do you think it will? Do you think we'll have new cards by New Year's Showdown? Does New Year's Showdown have a day yet? Is that a thing? People need to keep winning events with scrops and reposting in one day. But then you're going to get like the worst timeline where someone else posts it. Like Augustus Caesar will post and be like, yeah, this deck's really good. And then, well, probably he'll name it correctly so you can figure out where it came from. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be stolen valor. Like, Augie can just say, I made this deck. He's going to make some changes to it that are going to make the deck even better. And then he'll have the best version of it. And then he'll just change the name. He'll call it Augustus Op. Aupas. Vantage point is Q1. So there's a chance it's on January 1st, is what we're saying. There's a chance. Stay tuned. Is Scrubs supposed to be confusing with Scrubs? Oh, no, it's Scrubs with an op in it. I think in a desperate play, they put their name in the title of the deck list, which, like, yeah, I mean, you got to get your brand out there somehow. I think it's a good idea. Gorging so much good food with family earlier. Invisible hopefully is good from the States. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. No way we'll have new cards before March. March is technically Q1. I think it's a possibility. I don't know. Some parts of me doubt it. Like, it seems like the Null Signal store is still in a weird spot, but I'm pretty sure they're doing like some big stuff behind the scenes. But I think that is what's going to matter more. Because from what we've heard, the set is finished. It's more so about like printing and distribution. So if that can be sorted out, like there's no reason we won't have the set earlier than we think. I know some of the delays for older sets were because stuff was not complete, or at least like that, you know, contributes to other things getting delayed. But from what I understand, the set is done. So like, I don't expect to see major delays unless there is like a distribution delay or a production delay, which like in the world we live in, yeah, that's easily a possibility. But I would not bet that it'll be super delayed. Should call the Fedora up. I came to Worlds on a Fedora and everything SMH. Did you see the... Ether, do you play Arkham? Do you play Arkham Horror? Man, I want to talk about Arkham Horror so bad because like, there's so many emotions about modern Arkham Horror. By modern Arkham Horror, I mean next year's Arkham Horror. And like, I'm despondent about it. Just like Arkham. There you go, Supernaut. Like, I don't know why I'm so unimpressed by upcoming Arkham. It's so like, it's sad. I wish it wasn't this way. Did you see Hat? I saw Hat. Okay, we're gonna look at Hat. So guy, how's it going? I did see Hat. Not this. Arkham Horror Reddit. Reddit.com/Arkham Horror LCG. Not that I don't go there every day. Arkham Tangent time. Okay, so for those who don't know, sort by hot. There's a new Arkham core set coming out next year. It's called Chapter 2. Now, it's technically going to be the only core set, so it's not going to like you're going to have 2 core sets you can pick from. And it's meant to be like a soft restart of the entire game. That being said, it's still backwards compatible with old stuff, but they're showing off new cards because we're in spoiler season almost nonstop until the set comes out sometimes in Q1. Arkham upcoming is Sab and Marvel's hype. Yeah, that's what I would say. I think I would say it. So they just released this card. This card was one of the spoiler cards, and people popped the F off in Arkham Horror because it's a fedora. It's a new slot. So Arkham Horror, your investigator has different slots. So this icon down here means it's a hat slot. Can I get a hat wobble? That's new. So I'm assuming every investigator is allowed 1 hat. Team Fortress issues, but yeah, it's a card with no text that gives you 1 health, 1 sanity, costs 2, and takes up your unique hat slot. This is unimaginably bad. Why did they print this? Unless there's an investigator that has messed up hat synergy, which like, I do not think that's coming. This is such a waste of cardboard. What are they like? This is awful. Okay, so hold on. You know Whimsy? I don't, because this is paper going into the garbage. It's straight trash paper. Oh man, it's like, okay, so like this is successful because a lot of people are talking about it and have whimsy and are like, oh, haha, that's so cool, that's so fun, that's so 1920s, whatever you want to talk about it. For me, I'm coming this at an angle of like, okay, I guess my frustration is like, hey, we have 10 years of experience when it comes to this card game. Why are we still printing garbage in the core set? Like the core set doesn't have to have garbage in it. The original core set has garbage in it. The original Netrunner core set from FFG had garbage in it. It's just a thing that happens. And generally, as the game progresses, the designers realize once, you know, the game's out, more people are playing it within a week than they had all of playtesting. That's just how the numbers go. They realize like, okay, we misevaluated the card pool. That being said, there are still cards that are learning experiences, like that card from the System Gateway that nobody plays, the Econ card. Like, there's learning cards or interesting cards or cards for a smaller format. There is no format where this is a thing you should be doing. This is just trash. We're printing garbage. Why is this happening? It's the most realistic representation of Fedora. The hack guy said I was the only person who could pull it off. What if they print Fedora support? Then there'll be a better hat. There's no way that this is going to be the best hat because it's the worst hat. If this card cost half as much and was fast, like it didn't take an action, if this was a 1 cost, half as much, that didn't take an action to play, I still wouldn't play it. Like, why? 10 years of experience, we're putting fedoras in the core set. Hat maxing incoming. Like, I want to be very clear, when it comes to whimsy, it's just, I'm one of those like curmudgeonly person about the new chapter 2 core set that seems to be all over the place. And I think the one thing that like, if I could summarize my thoughts in a non like, you know, over the top way is I really, really, really wish that the designers of Arkham Horror could come out with like a statement, with an article, with a document explaining what their goals are for the upcoming core set. Because we've seen a handful of cards and they're verging from some of the worst cards we've ever seen printed to some of the most absurd cards we've ever seen printed. Like the range is wild. And I want to understand, like, are they trying to lower the power level of the game? It looks like that's the case, hence hat, I guess. Like maybe in 5 years, we'll look at hat and be like, what were we thinking? Hat was fine. I just don't understand what their intentions are for the upcoming core set. And I think that's the part that's confusing me the most. Because this card was revealed. There was 2 cards revealed by, I think, Tango. It's a Spanish name, excuse me. I'm not going to be the best at remembering or saying it. But 2 cards were revealed from the spoilers, Tango and Plan. And the other card that they revealed was this card. Firstly, this is one of my favorite art in all of Arkham. This art is so good. For someone who's been like really miserable about a lot of the art from the upcoming core set, because it's been really all over the place on the usually the bad side. God, this art, the more I look at it's happy. It makes me happy. But this is one of the best cards they've ever printed, and it's 1 XP. Like, I just don't get it. This card is so much better than any equivalent card that does this in modern Arkham, and it's 1 experience. It also has to be errated on day 1, which like I hate to see that. That just bothers me so much. But like I just don't understand. Like, that's fine. Maybe they want this sort of thing to be a survivor thing that you have generalist access to. I just don't understand what they're doing with the new core set. It's so all over the place. We have garbage. We have super overtuned cards. What's the errata? The errata should be that this says you automatically succeed. Because in theory, with this card, you're allowed to succeed at negative numbers. So you can technically pass a test saying I succeeded at -3, which there's no card in the game that allows that because there's no infrastructure for that. So it should just be an automatic succeed, which means you always succeed by 0. That's the functional errata that is going to be announced on day 1. You hate it. Holy shit, it's the singing frenzy demon thing from Bloodborne. I don't know what that. Oh yeah, the one that gives you like madness if you look at it. Is that the one? Those things suck. This is the most Stella Clark ass card. This card is good. This card is unbelievably good in just about anyone who could play it. 1 experience for an auto pass on a test, functionally an auto pass. For what it's worth too, like this text says play when you would fail a skill test during which a non-auto fail token was revealed. It's fine as long as the auto fail was not the only token revealed. The auto fail doesn't happen a lot, but the idea is that you can be an investigator, particularly in solo, that has 1 in their stat line, and you can do like an attack, and you know it's going to go through. You can do a vicious blow, you know it's going to go through, and you don't have to commit this card until you fail. It's like a better lucky on top of it just being an auto pass. Like an auto pass for 1 experience. There's versions of this card that exist in modern Arkham that exile themselves that you have to play when you do the test, so you don't even know if you need it. Like, this is so good. This is one of the best 1 XP cards they've ever printed. Play like 2 games of Arkham all the time. This looks busted. This is so busted. And how is this like casually dropped as a 1 XP? And then next to it, people are like Fedora. Like, oh man, it's so all over the place. I don't understand what's going on with the new core set. God, this art is so good. For the art has been really inconsistent. This one just makes me so happy. It's weird how messed up this card is on higher difficulties. That's the thing too. This card scales so well on higher difficulties. Again, a free responsive pass for 1 XP, maybe it costs you a horror, is absurd in the game. And I think maybe the designers are totally restructuring like how they look at the game. Like, Guardians won't be fighters anymore. They'll be tanks and they'll have bad tank cards. Rogue will be the fighter. Survivors, they'll be able to pass any test, but they won't have any way to do click compression. Like, that is a way to look at the game. None of this has been communicated. So we're just getting this like random collection of cards where it's like one of the most busted 1 XP cards in the game next to Fedora. And I don't know what to think. I always confuse Garden of Eyes and Winter Lanterns. Fedora's Arkham Smartware? No, but it's worse. There are Arkham Smartwares. There are bad econ cards in Arkham Horror that you could convince yourself are worth playing. But like, the original core set has garbage in it. It has like straight up garbage. And it pains me that they continue to print garbage. That stuff is waste. It's landfill. We don't need to do that. You don't have to print like, man, Fedora synergy. I don't know. This card's absurd. Isn't being bulky bad in like every card game unless you have some actual alt win con? Yeah, well, sort of. Some Arkham scenarios just attrition you, and so like being bulky is one way to attack the game. Like, you could look at Arkham Horror, and again, this is something the designers could lean into. Arkham Horror attacks you in a couple angles. Monsters, you have to be able to progress the main goals. Usually that's clue related, so seeking. And then there's just an overall attrition angle through the Mythos deck. So like, if you're taking 1 damage per turn cycle, eventually that will beat you. That is the 3rd angle you can lose the game. So in theory, healing or tanking is something that it technically is not a win con, but is an anti-loss con. You're not wrong though. Like, tanking has so far been rubbish in Arkham. Overall, it's been a very, very bad thing to do. And almost all the cards that are designed in Arkham to give you a lot of health, to give you a lot of soak, are either busted because they're so cheap and so easy and so thoughtless, or the ones that are like more bespoke are unplayably bad. Yeah, more guns having a fight ability with agility but sick. That's what I mean. Like, they have the chance to redo firearms. They have the chance to redo how melee weapons work. There's so many things, and maybe they're going to communicate this in the near future. But like, Seeker came out and they didn't communicate any overarching goals of how they want to change the basis of the game. And so far, we've been just seeing weird smattering of cards. Some of them direct reprints, but a lot of the cards we've seen have been terrible. They've been really not good. Like besides the ones that are clearly overtuned, there's so many cards we've seen that seem to be undertuned. Tanking isn't great unless you're Daniela. I'd argue, like, I guess we're going to be tanking the new core set. I'm not 100% sure. Daniela's in there. She has like the same ability. A lot of Arkham from a few campaigns feel like winning is just not losing for as long as possible. It could be, but that's the thing too, is like Jello, is like if you go faster, you usually don't run into that problem. Like it is one of these knock-on effects is that like if your deck is not efficient and good at the Arkham game, quote unquote good, and that's the cool thing about Arkham is you don't have to be good. No matter what, you're getting a narrative, you're getting a story. But the better your deck is, usually the less you need a tanking because you get through things quicker and you're not just taking incidental damage. You're not failing tests on the Mythos phase. So it's like all over the place. It's been so long since I tuned into a full-length Arkham Tangent. Welcome back. I mean, it's been bad out there. I've been so... I don't know what it is. I've been spending a lot of time thinking about it. So like, System Gateway was a new Netrunner core set, and when it came out, we were stoked for it. We were so excited about it, and it was a baller product. Netrunner, even back in the day, FFG days, put out a revised core set. I was stoked for it. I was really excited. It had no new cards. It was just like old cards, some of them with new art, and I was stoked for it. It was like a new breath. And for some reason, the Arkham core set, when it comes to like the experienced, entrenched player base, on the internet, the like vocal minority has been so unexcited about it. And I don't know exactly what it is. I've been spending so much time trying to think about why exactly this is not doing it for me. And I don't know. It's very, very fascinating because I've never seen this sort of response to a new core set. Not once have I seen the new core set be like totally ripped apart like this, myself included. Arkham played well is basically protect the quarterback seeker and watching them nuke locations for all the clues. You just play SWAT team and take a few turns as possible. Yeah, it's a bit of I think good scenarios make that not the case. I think that's true when it comes to the most basic scenarios. I think good scenario design pushes you away from that. I think there's some really bad scenario design in which that is the reality, especially in early Arkham Horror, where that was the reality, because all that was a clues was the way to progress. But it doesn't have to be like that. And I think the game is more exciting when it's not. Gateway is generally such a great, excellently designed set. Gateway slaps. There's definitely problems with Gateway, and if we could redesign Gateway now, there's easily a handful of cards that wouldn't be printed or would be printed differently. But that's exactly what I mean when you have like what it's been 5 years of experience based off of what you know. But Gateway is one of the best learn to play products I've ever seen. It's really quite good, to the point where like the teaching decks, which I have sleeved, I haven't even pulled them out, that come with a script. I'm not even convinced that those are always better than just giving people Gateway, because Gateway is so good. It's really, really something special. I think resetting the card pool is good for the game. I don't know. I'm pretty pumped for it. Arkham is my second fave game after Netrunner. I usually play once a week. Yeah, Tom, I play usually twice a week. I'm not saying that in a competitive way, but I usually play once or twice a week. This week I played twice. And I do think the new card pool is very exciting. However, from what I've seen, I'm less excited. Currently, we're just starting a new campaign. Like, I think one of the things that's really burned me out about Arkham is that we're playing in the Eternal kind of game mode where we have access to all the cards. And in theory, Arkham is meant to be introducing this like rotation of sorts, an optional rotation in which the standard format is now the last like 2 years of products. Now, the problem is that we haven't addressed it is there's no big campaign coming next year. So like that's going to suck. But it's come to a point where, yeah, I do think on standard, me and my friends playing, our decks are too good. There's too many things going on. It's like the Seeker does one action and like 17 things trigger. Like no joke. Okay, it's about 6 or 7 things trigger. And the games are becoming tedious because the turns are becoming longer. They're becoming less thoughtful because it's more obvious what you do and everything becomes a compounding like value engine. And we want to go back to something where the power level is lower and it's more scrappy. To do that, we just drafted decks. I cannot recommend this website enough. It allows you to draft Arkham decks. So we drafted investigators and then we did a full draft of a deck. If you don't know what this website's fantastic. If you search Arkham deck, it comes up. So let's just say, random. So we'll do a quick pseudo draft here. So we're going to do, we'll put Myriad at 3 because it's more fun. So we're going to say either we're going to have to build a deck on Patrice Hathaway, easy choice. Norman Withers, don't want to do it. Ash Campede, that's who I got. I think Ash Campede's a great draft option because cards become useful regardless. But then once you pick your investigator, which you don't have to draft your investigator, we did. It basically gives you cards that are within your deck building restrictions, and you pick one and it drafts a deck. And then there's some like meta strategy about drafting, especially for investigators that have flex slots, where sometimes you want to empty your flex slots or fill your flex slots more accurately as soon as possible, because the flex slot suggestions are usually really bad. Because when you're allowed to play any like level 0 cards, when you play any of the Dunwich investigators, oh my god, is that a bad pool? But like Handhook is a really good Patrice card. Let's grab Handhook. Madame Lebranche is not bad either, but let's start with Handhook. And the short or long is, actually, Handhook's not that good. We shouldn't have taken it. You draft a deck. And I'm so excited for this because we all drafted 4 decks and they're bad. They're not good. But now normal is scary and we have to play very scrappy, very like resource intensive Arkham. And I'm so excited for it. My Ash Can't Beat looks hella fun. Anyways, there's ways to do it. And I do kind of yearn for a lower power level, but I do think we can do that self-inflicted in other interesting ways. But yeah, I don't know. From what I've seen with the core set, like the core set doesn't have a flashlight. Like, I don't know what to do about that. It doesn't functionally have a flashlight. That seems so important. This is a design choice that you could write a whole article about. And I don't know if they are /A flashlight. It doesn't look like the new core set has a card that does this. And from my experience, this card is so important in Arkham. It's bad. It's not a good card, but it's one of the cards that opens up solo play for any investigator that doesn't have a high book stat. Because if you can't get clues consistently, you can't play solo. And the new flashlight that they put in this kit is not this flashlight. It's a lot worse. I don't know. I got so many emotions. Anyways, we'll get back to Netrunner. Let me catch up on chat. I've definitely missed some messages. Excuse me if I did. I could speak on it for ages, but I feel like there's a bunch of things about the stuff we're seeing from Arkham which are showing that FFG haven't learned from their mistakes. Robert, I think I agree with you. I just wish that like, I think we have to start always this conversation with what I would say again, we're going to call it rule 1, which is right now at Fantasy Flight Games, I have no doubt they're running into like several different problems. 5 of them we'll never hear about. 2 of them are like SKU issues, transportation issues. And so they have to solve all these problems at once. And there's no way their solution is going to be perfect. And they're doing a harder job than we think. I don't think you're being like, I'll be honest, it looks like I'm being less charitable on my takes. But yeah, and while it might not feel like they've learned from something, it's so many things all at once. But that's kind of, yeah, one way to it's like, I don't know if this, like, I want to be told why this core set is better than the original core set. I want to know what they've learned from Arkham, and that hasn't been communicated from me. And now, like, we're assuming the worst for some reason. I low-key hate the teaching decks because all the ice does nothing. Oh, I actually haven't seen all the ice in there. I assume there's a lot of, like, end the runs. I was going through King's Court episodes. I missed that they were arguing about gateway IDs. Axie was saying that Dao was a gimmick ID. No, Dao was fine. Dao was okay. I think Dao is really cool in the core set because it's like one of the interesting weird ones. Arkham is the game I actually have every player card. RIP getting started key investigators. Can you not get it, Joel? We play Eternal as well and have the same issue. I'm trying to convince the guys to play limited, but you choose a card pool. Choose a card pool, Tom. It's way fun. It's super, super fun. Draft with the whole Eternal card pool. It's also really, really fun. I get it for demonstrating a few mechanics, but the actual part of the game decks isn't as fun as Gateway Starter. Listening to draft meta strategy is so interesting. It has a flashlight, but it's really bad. It's okay. So the reason why flashlight is so good in Arkham Horror is that it gives you -2 shroud. There's a lot of locations in the game that have 2 shroud or 3 shroud. -2 shroud goes hard, especially because if you have like 2 book, 3 book, if you go to a -2 shroud, it doesn't matter actually what your book is, because if you bring the shroud of the location to 0, you're auto succeeding, besides auto fail, which we just won't mention that. But this is really, really important. Giving an investigator multiple shots of -2 shroud, functionally 0 shroud, is really, really important. They have hand crank flashlight, which was a spoiler. This doesn't do it. Giving yourself +1 is not good enough. It's just not good enough. +1, as much as this is an infinite, does not seem like it is enough to give your investigator the ability to flex clues. Unless this core set comes with things like, oh, you have, you know, like, obviously if you're a seeker, you have access to magnifying glass, but unless you have things like, okay, you have crowbar in the core set or crowbar equivalent, you have lockpicks in the core set or lockpick equivalent. Like, this card just doesn't do enough to get a slot in a deck that's middling at clues, because it does not make it a lot better at clues. The reason why flashlight was so important in solo is because it made you very much better at clues. As much as it was limited uses, it made you just good enough at clues that you can get by. Giving yourself +1 and this text to discard is nonsense. That is not good enough. It just doesn't do the thing that flashlight does, which was the panic option. And maybe, yeah, the core set has like a crowbar and a ways that each faction has a unique way to get clues when they have garbage stats, but this does not do it. That's such a big difference. Like, a whole article could be written about the change of flashlight. Like, it's wild. Keep in mind the effigy has been fully ship of Theseus more than once. Yeah, that too. Velma's Diner stream pog. I haven't found it anywhere. I was half tempted to ask if stores in Montreal had them. No, this is where you should check though. Two things you can check. Board Game Oracle Canada. You have this in America too. But I have actually got some stuff. I picked up some stuff for some friends because La Vallée de Coeur had them. So what's it called? Scarlet Keys? Scarlet Heroes? I mean, I don't think so. No, Rupture Temporaire. They don't have any. But I do think I picked up the last copy of Scarlet Keys Investigator box for a friend. And that crossed the border. But if you go here, you can search like Scarlet Keys. This is not going to look nice because we're probably not going to find it. But if we go to Investigator Expansion, this will show you a whole bunch of board game stores across Canada, as long as they opted into this website. And it looks like, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's really, really bad. If I ever find one, I'll let you know. Oh, the Earthborn podcast, they were talking about the challenge of neutral faction card design, and they really can't be too powerful. I was mostly making a joke. Oh, excuse me. It was still a good talking point, Supernaut. It's like still really, really good to address it. Marvel Champions is weird. It's a card game where the neutral faction is really good, arguably overpowered. There's a bunch of basic neutral cards that are better than anything else. In Netrunner right now, the basic cards are usually relatively weak, and we've moved away from the neutral cards being the best cards. That's something that like Null Signal Games has stated they're intending to do. Look at like Clean Getaway. That's a big difference. A big, what's it called? Like a big example of it. I think the neutral cards can be flexible. They can be interesting. I don't think there's anything wrong with powerful neutral cards. Like the double skill cards in Arkham Horror go hard. They're very, very good cards. And they allow everyone to play the game in a certain way. Like it's a way to like ensure a baseline of power. And then, you know, your aspect cards, your class cards should like swing into your stats in a way that matter. You know, they should be a bit more synergistic. But there's no reason that we shouldn't have a card that is Flashlight. You're right, though. It's tricky. Of course, it's tricky. I think Arkham Horror is... Sorry, I think Marvel, for how they do it, is kind of weird. I think it's important for everyone to know that 9% of what I say is this joke. Oh, man. Rupture Temporaire goes hard. Yeah, you can understand what it means, even in English. Rupture Temporaire is really good. Man, this art is so good. This is great. This makes me so happy. I agree with you, Reed. There's stuff behind the scenes that we won't see, but it's very frustrating to see the same problems on repeat when other companies have already solved the problems. Yeah. Yeah. And like... Next year does not look like a good year for Arkham, at least if you ask me. But for a lot of people, it's going to be their first year of Arkham and they're going to have a great time. And I wish them the best. Obviously, I'm excited for that. Anyways, sorry, Decklist of the Week. Thank you for the tangent. You mean they're finally going to put color on Regolith one day? No. But like every corp loves a Regolith. Every corp wants their hedge funds. Like... For what it's worth, like the Regolith likes that every faction have, like the sort of econ assets, they're different and they're interesting, right? Like the humanoid resources versus the Antil excavator versus, I'm gonna say daily quest, and we're all gonna be like, wait, that's a card. Is there a chance I can get you to move restart by a couple of hours? I want to play, but 1 a.m. is a hard sell. Oh, off meta month. I get bored of putting guts in everything sometimes, and then I solely miss it when I die to Grasping Hands or whatever it's called. No, that is Grasping Hands. Oh no, you're Rotting Remains. Grasping Hands is the evasion one. But it's very similar card. That's one of the cool things about the core set is I'm excited to see how they redo like the basic cards, because for what it's worth, Grasping Hands and Rotting Remains are bullshit. It's really silly to have a card that you can pull an autofail and take 3 horror. I don't think they'll do that again. Okay, I have a script to read here. Sorry, this is not Yeti's list. This is an artist who is the singer from Geese. I've only recently found their music. The voice is really good. They have a really good voice. But I was told to read this. Hold on. Ah, gee, this Not Yeti guy is quite the deck builder. This deck looks significantly stronger than the Snare Bears RH. Wow, what a guy. Anyways, we won't be doing the deck with deck of the week this week. This is the list that was played at Worlds. I believe Fredan was playing this at like near top tables. There was a game that was streamed, and it's BtL Glacier. And it's not going to be very exciting, Netrunner, I'll be honest. It's like very slow, very methodical. Barriers being the most boring card in the game, we've really swung into it here. So a lot of things end the run and can't get boomeranged very easily. And barriers will get big. And right now, barriers, unless you're playing against Essa, are a problem. As much as Essa actually can get taxed out on some of these. Mess the Chestfo, nobody breaks well unless you're bypassing it. So that's really good. And Hammer is a too techy of a card that right now I think you could cut it because we're in a world without Matryoshka. And this deck was played during the Ultimate Showdown, where Matryoshkas were still around. So go play whatever you want in here. I would play 2 Winchesters probably. Antoine, how's it going? You played against this deck list at Worlds. I don't think there was any card changes. I think you played really, really smoothly. You played some really good lines. The problem is like this is an issue. I really need to open up the agenda calculator, which I forgot to move to this computer, to figure out how many accesses you need on average to win against this deck. And unless you're D, who D's number is about 3 or maybe 4, you need about 21 accesses to win, because you need more than, well, you need half the agendas in the deck, which is immensely unfair. I really hate this stuff. 44 card agenda decks, 6 agendas. It's just the worst. It's always been like a marking of a meta that's been pretty bad. I'm not saying we're in the meta, because this is pretty rare. All the RH decks, for what they're worth, are actually playing more agendas than this. But it's hyper cursed and one of the strongest things you can do with a 40 card minimum deck. The problem is like, you don't know if it's the agenda, and they have a seamless launch, let alone now with a single seamless launch, things get really goofy if you ever score out a Basalt Spire, because any card on the table, you can now seamless launch out, even from no advancements. That's frightening. And then we also have a clearinghouse. In fact, 3 of them. So install advance, you still have to deal with it. And it's one of these sort of like the runner, no matter what, they lose to it. Because if they run the remote server and spend like 15 credits to break it, and then 3 to trash the clearinghouse, I can't believe this card is this expensive to trash. Then the next turn, you either have a window to jam the second clearinghouse, let alone jam the agenda. And that is a really, really big problem. Your turns for a lot of time are just going to be install ice, advance and ice, click for a credit. And so the game is not really quick. The early part of the game is like managing your agendas, making your ice placement good. And then once you have a Charlotte cooking, or you think you have a window to push, you push, but you're not aggressively looking to push. Very interestingly, we only have 2 Spin Doctors. I don't know what's that going to do to the ESA matchup, let alone we're on 44 cards, let alone the reliance on barriers can be a problem. I hope we don't run into it, but very, very interesting. Hammer would still help with Audrey unless this deck is otherwise not particularly threatened by Audrey. I don't think the deck is like really well, poorly positioned into Audrey. A bit of ice destruction definitely hurts. Like you're in a really bad spot against like full ice destruction, like Devil Charm, that sort of stuff. But while there is trashables, getting the accesses are pretty hard. And then you could just purge every once in a while. Like you're totally fine just purging, and your board state is good. I don't know. We have a single virus, which helps. I think some of the Wayland Glacier decks, instead of playing KPI, and like KPI is still really, really good, is that you can also consider business as usual. This is a card that if you're in a virus meta, it purges one thing, but that sometimes can all that matter, because you can install an agenda, you can advance your agenda, and you can purge in the same turn, which is really, really, really valuable. But I don't think we're anywhere near this, but it's a card that I always think about when you're worried about Glacier, or worried about viruses playing Glacier. Basalt is an effed up agenda. It's the main issue with the deck. Yeah, Basalt is such a messed up agenda. Again, we didn't even mention, like, there's a measured response threat. Like, even once you get to threat 4, and mind you, threat 4 is relatively hard for the deck, because you need to steal, like, you know, a third of the agendas in the deck or score. But as soon as that happens, you have to watch out that you always have 8 credits and or cards in hand, and you have Basalt tokens. Basalt is a messed up agenda. And for what it's worth, I've been pretty critical about agendas not mattering. This card hella matters. If it's stolen, especially if it's scored, this card's good. Is the Mavirus cuttable with the dolls running around? I don't know. Mavirus is probably really good. It's not only the dolls, it's like one of the things you lose to as well, Deadman, is like Mavirus as Fermenter. A lot of runners don't have a big reason to run. Unless you're jamming a clearinghouse or an agenda, they won't run. And so Fermenters for Anarch and Shaper will really catch up with you. That this is like buys you a whole turn. I guess it could be. It's up to you. I think it's really nice to have it. It's another damage too. Sometimes that matters for measured turns, like no joke. But I'd be surprised. I'm actually surprised about wall to wall, because while you don't have to do all 3 modes, drawing cards is sometimes not great in this deck. I think sometimes you want to manage your card draw, because we're on what? We're on 15 agendas and 44, so about a third of the deck. Maybe it's okay. Scored Basalt has a lot of no-win scenarios. Yeah, it's really, 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 really hard. Either you run and you lose, or you don't run and you lose. This thing causes some big issues for you. They ban Basalt, I'm going to be very annoyed. I don't know. I don't think they are. I think it's like a very strong 5-3. I think it's more so that the cards around Basalt is that if there's better ways to deal with measured response, or like seamless, or I don't know, the other one, the one that gives 2 advancements, slash and burn. I feel like 80% of the time the corp scores a Basalt, they just win. Yeah, that sounds about right. There's very few games where the Basalt is scored, the corp doesn't win. Business as usual's a meme card to purge a fermenter. Yeah, it's not the worst thing. It's kind of cool. Might be able to move it by like an hour or 2. I want people in the UK who work on Sundays to be able to play. Okay, cool. That is not Yeti. That is not. As a veteran player looking at what the new player experience will look like, it still feels like they won't get the full Arkham experience with that campaign. No, they won't. And then you have to go back and hopefully buy one of the old campaigns that are hopefully in print, but I don't know. It's a mess. For me, I like Basalt. I just like how much stronger Wayland agenda options are compared to every other faction. I think that's the thing, is like, I think we need agendas in this game to matter. I also like the agendas that give you like an ability, but don't give you like ability, like that they pay off over time. They give you a strong piece. They don't just give you 7 credits. And I think Basalt is like a really good example. It's like the modern Atlas counter. It is so impactful to the matchup in like so many ways that I do think, yeah, if HB had an agenda that was Basalt power, yeah, the game would be important. I would say part of Wayland's identity is having good agendas. That shows you how long you've been playing the game for, Maether. For a long time. They did not have good agendas forever. Half the game's length, they did not have good agendas. Yellow card pool is such a mess. I mean, yeah, this is not consistent, is it? So that's my boy Luminal. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I miss me Vitruvius. Next big thing is a slapper, but suffers from big yellow. There's just not seemingly a lot to do in yellow. I don't know. Isn't Atlas and Hostile 2 of the best agendas ever printed? I wouldn't say Hostile is one of the best agendas ever printed. Atlas definitely is. Atlas or the counter is specifically. But like name like Oaktown is one of the best agendas ever printed, but that's like because we all love it. But there's so many bad Wayland agendas you just don't remember. There's entire like expansions of Wayland agendas that are awful. Ryu. We do have some extra subroutines, I guess. We didn't put in the Winchester, which is an interesting one. I don't know what. Oh, there's a chance that Phoenix is going to play. What's it called? Ooh, this is new. Is going to play Banner, and Banner actually beats a lot of our ice. Like Banner beats a 5 strength Aket. This hand is fine. Like we can just slow roll this. Hedge fund, double advance, go. These all have subroutines that you can let one of them resolve, which is bad for Phoenix because Phoenix will eat us. But I think we're okay overall. Government takeover. I mean, either it's unplayable or it's banned. Edge Messney's pretty good. Yeah, Messney's pretty good. I'm worried more about HQ pressure. I don't know if this is a detente deck. So I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to leave R&D open. This is fine. We can advance either of these, and it's better than clicking for credit as much as it gives you information. Our deck has mostly advanceable cards. I think the only one that's not. Okay, this is a fine trade. Lose 3. The only one I think we can advance is the sentries. Glen Station, errata. Did they errata Glen Station? How's it going, by the way, Kyle? Okay, cool. So we don't have to do much here. We can do advance hedge fund and just like slow roll it. Again, the first time we advance a card that has no counters on it, we gain 2 credits. So it's like clicking for credit. Ferris for remote server is good. We'll try and get behind it a wall to wall, which will be nice. Re-education for being the most fun deck enabler. I mean, I want agendas to matter, not like that. That's really good. Oh, that's really, really good. I wonder if we should have double iced. I guess Botchless does work really well for us. So we're going to have to lose 5 cards. Nope. Did not respect this at all. Okay. So Phoenix is going to get a credit. We have to discard a card. We can throw out a Basalt. In theory, if we discard 2 Basalts, that's really good and fun. I think we're just going to get rid of the Clearinghouse, as much as that might be our win condition here. And then I'll just rip 4. Again, a lot of sabotage has to go through for it to actually matter. The only problem is we only have 2 spin doctors. So if they run archives, they just have to choose the order. Because they have to hit Basalt first. If they hit the SDS first, sorry, if they hit the Basalt, okay, the order here really matters. They're going to be on game point, but they die if we top deck measured. So like the game can be really short here. But if they hit the Basalt first, then we can steal the SDS. So the order is really important here. They can choose not to steal this to play around measured, which is nice and fun. But if they don't steal this, we'll Basalt it back to our hand, probably. I beat Asterscript maybe with Bad Guys and Scrub Snake Draft. I don't know what any of that means. What are the chances measured? I mean, it's a 44 card deck. We have 3 of them. We don't have one. The brief moment you could advance and score agendas hosted. Wait, there was a moment you could do that? All right, they're going for both of them. So they just die if we have it. We can add a card back. Honestly, maybe we take the hedge fund. One of us is boned. I mean, it's likely to be you. Okay, we don't have it. We could draw once for it. It's probably worth it to draw once. We need to ice this. Oh no, the botches is gone. Add petty cash to HQ, yeah. To play it again, it'll be sick. I think we are allowed to draw once into measured. Okay, we don't have a measured. So Ferris is gonna be a remote server. We'll just put a hammer on HQ for now and call it a day. So if they ever make another run, they're likely to die because they don't have a board state, they don't have an economy. They lost everything. So we just have to force them to run. So now clearinghouse is actually really important. Yeah, their paladin overflew. Did you notice the Chimera support they added in the latest update? No, Alex, I haven't played Chimera yet. How's it going? I reckon I should. So if they botch us, this is not good enough. I think we just do clearinghouse advance. We'll go for there. Check the bottom right of the UI. I don't know what these do. How do I leave? Thank you. I've been only playing Chimera and it's amazing. Really? I've seen like Chimera decks. I've heard good stuff about Chimera, but then I've seen Chimera decks and it looks like so absurdly scrappy. We could have seamless out a Basalt there, which actually would also be very powerful. Okay, do we play the petty cash or do we keep it for some sort of sabotage? They could get a double botchless on this, but they still need money to run this. So I think we can slow roll it. We could put the wall-to-wall on the table. The only reason is that they have a run event. They can get off of this really free. So maybe we do hedge fund, advance, advance. Hopefully they run this. Yeah, maybe we should have just pushed an agenda here, let's be honest. It might have been reasonable. Oh wow, they're just running real breakers. Echelon, Hantu. So those are their killers. That's the only options they can install. So it looks like it's Echelon. One strength is not going to help anywhere. Are we seamlessing the clearinghouse? There's a chance next turn we will, yeah. Pinhole is like going to be an issue. Next turn we seamless advance, advance. I think so, unless we get an ice on archives so they can't pinhole us. That might be actually a bit better. Because like I don't want to lose straight to pinhole. I don't think we were like, yeah, maybe we should. They're clearly drawing. Again, botchless doesn't beat this, which is really quite nice. If they drop a banner, they still need like 11 credits to do the whole thing. Fermenter is fine. So we get an ice on archives. We'll slow roll it. Otherwise, we might seamless advance. Because I don't know how they beat this. Yeah, if we eat a pinhole, we'll call it tempo gained. Yeah, I think you're right. Go. So they have technically 8 credits. Sorry, 6 credits here. So they could like fermenter straight to pinhole. That's affordable. The breaker situation to break the Pharaohs doesn't make a lot of sense. They could always try R&D. Good thing about if they run R&D, we get another advancement. All right. The tag doesn't really matter. But now they don't have enough. Oh, they could in theory do fermenter pinhole. They have another click. So let's see if they care about the tag. Technically, it doesn't matter as much as like we can trash a paladin. The insta fires. I mean, there's no breakers. You gotta fire. Botchless. Okay. So we could lose here. We'll just shuffle back in with Spin Doctor. There is 3 in 26 chance. It'll be a 3 in 28 chance. We might as well res the. Is there any reason not to res this? No. Oh yeah, because then we don't have to do Ryu. Let's not res it. So we're just Spin Doctor back in. They have a 3 in 28 chance of winning. We'll just do hedge fund seamless. Nice, good game. Hey, GG, they had a steal skin, doesn't matter. Yeah, we couldn't find the measured. That's not usually how this deck goes. Like, I'm surprised that we have a 7-minute game. They hit really, really hot at the Shastushka. Did not play around it. And yeah, they had a banner in hand. So if they wanted to drop that, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 credits. That's a lot. But yeah, that was really, really aggressive. There's always the thing is like when you run archives, like what's the chance it's really bad for you? 6 points. They didn't have to take all the 6 points. They could have just taken the Basalt. But if we take the Basalt, if they take the Basalt, the SDS goes back. And then maybe we can push the SDS. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that Shastushka was way more disruption than I expected. Cool. Let's run back. Honestly, hate drawing agendas when I'm trying to run clearinghouses under Urtica, not to hide all the agendas away, but more that I don't want to be choose between installables. Yo, Hermes is the real fear. Hermes, you can't play agendas when you're putting your traps on the table. We would just res it. Yeah, good game, Bentel. Seemed worth the risk the 6. Yeah, it makes, I think you're right. Like, that's probably very, very, very useful for you. And then one more piece of disruption, there's a chance you just win on archives. I think if you see that I discarded, and the thing is, like, you don't know if I discarded an agenda from hand. I think there's a chance, it's really risky, but I could have discarded an agenda from hand. Cool thing is if I discarded a basalt, you actually can't steal double basalt. And if I'm discarding an agenda from hand, it usually means that I'm setting up the measured. Yeah, so maybe it's a reasonable risk. Double a cat against Aya. Okay, these become 5 strength. Good luck, have fun. FF cash money. Don't know the name. Thanks, you too. I think we'll just double a cat advance and then hopefully get an ice for Charlotte. So I could be tag me. I'm assuming this is a smurf. Mulligan. That's not great. Again, there's only 4 agendas now left in R&D. So this shows it's an advanceable. I don't think I really know whether we want to hide one being advanceable or not. This means it's not a Winchester, which is actually worth a bit more. But getting this to 5 advancements is, or sorry, to 5 strength is really good. This name is Smurf Energy, and I wish I knew why. Yeah, it has huge Smurf energy. Goofy name, no unspecified pronouns, placeholder thing. I should have checked if there was enough player data as well. There's like the 3 big callers of Smurf. Cool. We can afford this. It only costs 2. And we don't want to advance this because we can advance this by hitting it with a credit, like by advancing it. Our ability only works on an advanced card. So you don't want to like do it. Any jokey but bravado name feels like a Smurf to me, especially when it's a Netrunner name too. Which this isn't, obviously, but, or like evidently. Like, I don't think it's as a Netrunner name is what I'm trying to say. They could read this as a Mesna Chesvo, which that could bankrupt us. They're really thinking. Again, they do have 6 cards in hand. Oh shit, is this Dirt Eater? Are they on Rising Tide? Is that gonna be a problem for us? Okay, so we get Hammer HQ to stop the double. They do have a Lily Pad though, so even if we do Hammer Charlotte advance, there's a chance that this thing eats the whole Lily Pad. I'm assuming the Lily Pad there have to be on Dirt Eater. Is it bad if we get Siphoned? If we get Siphoned, we just res the cat. I don't think it's that bad. But Dirt Eater's good against SDS. And they'll eventually have good Fractor. If we do install advance, we're on 5. I don't think we do anything. I think we just slow roll it. This might be wrong. Next turn, we'll do the Hammer in the remote. Hammer in the innermost is also not great. If we could draw an end run ice, that'd be good. Sick. So they wanted to duck because this looked like a Mesna Chesvo. Now it's a 5 strength end run barrier. SRN, it's good. How you doing? So now I don't know how to get out of this on 0 credits. Like, there's no econ card they can play here besides Carpe Diem. Chat disconnected. Oh, looks like we're back. So they're discarding 2. They could throw out, okay, another Lily Pad and a Merjana. Okay, that tracks. Hedge Fund is perfect. So we could do Hedge. Again, Hammer on HQ is a bit overkill. This is going to do enough. They can always Boomerang transfer us, which we don't want to do. So we could draw once Hedge Fund and then put this on HQ. And then we're going to look for a Charlotte push after that. We just want to get a nice end run. Oh, chat is disconnecting, reconnecting consistently. YouTube chat, are you there? Pretty good late, thanks to today's holiday. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving if you're doing that. So we started 2 accounts. We were very worried about Kura farming, but seems Dirt Eater is reassuring. Yeah, they're not on Kurapira. They're on 3 Merjana Rising Tide. Okay, they gambled up. I guess we could open the Spin Doctor that lets us manage our hand. We'll Petty Cash first. We're in no rush. Okay, Messney on the remote is okay. We won't ice up the Spin Doctor because we don't want it. Messney's on Centrals is really good, but Criminals don't do Messney well. Even on the remote, they don't do it well. And then this is fine. Charlotte Hammer advance. Yeah, I was thinking I don't love Innermost Hammer on the remote server. It's still really good. But if we had an end the run, we put the Hammer in front of it. Because we're going to need a good remote server anyways, and Hammer Innermost is like, not my favorite. This is good against Boomerang, which is good. Yeah, YouTube keeps disconnecting, reconnecting. Oh, they were on Carpe. Wow. So they did have a bounce back. This hasn't fired. They paid 4 credits for it. 6 influence. We've seen 8 influence so far. I don't remember what the win condition is. I'm assuming it's just like Wake. Docklands. Zaya has fired 0 times as well. Yeah, if a Corpio comes down, we'll double advance this. Cup. Okay, they could run archives. They could run HQ. Cup is scary, but if they throw the cup, they can't get the drones. I might Charlotte double advance. Yeah, I don't mind Charlotte double advance. Actually, no, we'll advance the message as well. Okay, so this looks like they want to come into R&D. Yeah, if it wasn't a message Chasvo, like advancing this is really, really high value. Rising Tide plus Devadatta? I don't think so, Diogen. I think this is just, how's it going by the way? I think this is just Dirt Eater. So it's like Lilypad, Nuka, a cupulation, 2 cupulations, I think. Rising Tide. I don't think they do Devadatta. It kind of makes sense, but I don't think you need to do it in Criminal. Mav has text in the matchup. The net damage might matter, but I don't expect any viruses. Pinhole. I don't care about the Spin Doctor. If they trash the Charlotte for 2, I don't think we care. It's Chesva credits. So if we crack the Charlotte, we get money. I think I'd rather hit them trash the Charlotte. I'm not going to do anything. That's fine. The Spin Doctor will just bring the Charlotte back. It's okay. Oh, they're on Physarum. Oh. Okay, then it is worth something. Then message Chesvas are good. They're on Physarum? Influence is tight, but it's a good choice if I do to free up influence. Devadatta is a cool card. I really enjoy Devadatta. Yeah, chat keeps disconnecting, reconnecting on YouTube. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, my partner's just coming home. That door was slightly open. I'm going to close it. 1 second. It was just to let Nanako the cat in. Zero cost program's good. Yeah, I guess so. So in theory, they could like cupulation, they could Physarum this. Oh no, they have to still get through the cat. Yeah, having interruptions. It looks good. Like our numbers are good, but my chat readout just keeps saying chat disconnected. Please wait while I try to reconnect you. Successfully connected with like a millisecond between. So I'm hoping it's good. If it ever becomes bad, let me know. Imagine when you play this deck at a competitive event on the corp side, you have to be pretty cognizant of the opponent's speed of play. Because I don't know if we close the game that quickly. Marjan is here. Lilypad draws. So the deck's on 3 Marjana and then 1 Rising Tide. So Rising Tide should be 4 strength, which means you break Aket for 2. All right, they're going for a single here. It's pretty good. They made a successful run, so Marjana doesn't cost everything, and they still have Chesva credit. So this gets back with Zaya. So it's like very cheap run. I like how they held on to the Charlotte so we don't just spin it back. I don't think we would. We want to use this to manage our agendas. So they know the top card of R&D. Oh. Do we just install advance? I guess we petty cash install advance. Like they could get through a mess in Chesto like 2 different ways, either Boomerang or Physarum. I don't think it feels really good. The clearinghouse is something they have to deal with. And if they deal with it with one of their like bypass tools, I think we're pretty happy. If we could do Mavirus clearinghouse advance, Mavirus on HQ, that's pretty good. Install AA lets you seamless AA again. Yeah, but I think in 2 turns they can break 1 ice. I think I want to do with them a virus because if they install a Physarum, we get them really good. I don't think we put it in the server. I think we do this. They know we have this. Petty install advance of Basalt. They'll ignore clearinghouse for a turn and get blown out. Yeah, that's maybe the read because they know we have this, that we could just install a Basalt because they're like, there's no shot we're running 1 advanced clearinghouse. I think that actually is very, very smart. That's probably pretty a lot better. So how much of Q loop down? I don't think, are they? Oh yeah, they're on Q loop. I forgot about that. They are a Q loop deck. Yeah. Wait, sick. So they're gonna lose all their money. So we have priority. Res Mavirus, Purge Mavirus, Res Mesna Chesvo, continue approach. Got him. Hell yeah. lose 3, fire, lose 3. Ah, sick. Yeah, there's a lot of ways they can contest this. So Fizzarim's out is great. Yeah, the Mav was right. The Mav, like, I do think the way one way you lose the message so is either Boomerang or Fizzarim. That was a good one. So we can do 1 damage. We need a second ice here. We have a third of our deck ice. Ooh, more clearinghouses. I think we petty cast, draw, advance. It's not on Hermes. We do have to ice up R&D sooner than later. Double message Chesto seems brutal. Imagine if this was Basalt score. Yeah, if it was Basalt score, we'd be a lot better. So either we advance the message Chesto. I don't know what we do here, or we ice R&D. I don't know what damage they can possibly do to R&D. I think we'll just advance this. Next turn, we'll do install message Chesto, advance, advance. It'd be nice if we put 2 different kinds of ice on the server, but like, this seems to be the worst ice they can deal with, and we only have 1 more sentry. Yeah, Basalt here would have been sick. It loses to Boomerang, but I actually don't know if the side deck plays Boomerang. It's been a moment since we played this. All right, this is the problem with having a cheap R&D. I think on Finality, there's no shot. Oh, they're not on Finale. Yeah, they're definitely not on Hermes. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, Marjana. They have to make a successful run yet. Yeah, they need to make this run, otherwise Marjana breaks for a lot of money. So they need to make them run make sense. No, I've been there. I think they needed like Dirty Laundry Archives first. In the matchup Antoine played against this, Antoine was on Gauss, and like it's such a cool matchup to figure out how you use Gauss and the recursion pieces. That was a Devadata matchup too. Which player uses whoops? We can hear it in the Smurf list. I mean, when I play, sometimes I don't play on my account when I just want to grind quick games. Then I go out of the way to make sure I don't talk the way I talk. All right, they're in 7. So now the run R&D is you break this for free technically, because Chezwa plus Zaya, you get 3 credits back. Because this is boost break break. Assumingly you need to break this. They have to be on 2 pinholes though. We've seen 1. Yeah, okay. They're going for singles. I don't know if we mind that. There's only 4 and 28, so the odds are not awful. Okay, so they know the next card. We can always break lock. We have no real reason to do that. I'm worried about pinhole. But for pinhole, we have to ice up 2 different servers. Have you ever played me on your Smurf? No. No, I haven't. I generally... No, I haven't at all. I've definitely played some people that I know that were like not that nice. I think when people know my name, they might be nicer, but I play against some people that like I know and they were like unpleasant. I'm like, really? Really? I think if they trash this, we're not that upset. So we'll just do this. So they're pretty sure this is a clearinghouse now. It actually could be an agenda. Nobody knows my Smurf, not even me, because I'm out here grinding 10 games of Jaina a day on my main, rain or shine. That's the way to do it. Nice gun. Andre has T. The real Sav is playing games versus your own Smurf for the misdirection. That is sick. You get that fish bowling action and you bury the lead. If it's me, I root on Jaina. Jaina general chat infects my brain. No, it hasn't been you. How's the Save Arasana committee doing, by the way? Seb has been updating sporadically. I think someone posted a list recently. Okay, so I think we're going to use the spin to discard cards. We do Seamless Advance. It loses so hard to pinhole. So I think we're going to draw 1 to fix our hand. Okay, that's good. Logjam right now. This is another good reason to play them a virus. Logjam will be at 3 strength, which is enough. So I think we put Logjam in archives and we advance it. So it'll be 4 strength. They're probably setting up to like sweep HQ, which is a good reason to discard this turn. Because now with Revolver into Aket, it's expensive. And now they can't make a successful run. The Marjana actually is going to cost them. The card that we throw out here is probably the second Basalt. If they hit the Basalt early, we also get a card out of the bin that's not an agenda, so the compilation gets a bit worse. Been a hibernation from it until Vantage Point. I think like getting one good Trojan is such an easy thing for Vantage Point that will make our Asana really happy. Scrounge? Oh, we got scrounged on. Oh no, the recursion cards. Okay, so the Fizarium is back on the Messney, so they have to trash this for 3. That's sick. We promoted her from unsavable to like maybe this is something. Ooh, confidence. I like it. Okay. So this Messney's dead to us. Okay. They did the thing. What if not Trojans, but we have Corsair, Umbrella, Chromatophores, Doomrig? I don't know if it's that good. Do we just keep doing it? It's our second clearinghouse. I think we need another ice. Sick. Next turn we can do install advance. Purge discard seems okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, we need a window to purge, and that was a fine turn to purge. If we top deck a petty cash, we'll purge. But like they're at the point where they can't really run because they have issues with their Marjana. They need to find their Rising Tide, which they should get there soon enough. Why does it say 4 to 4 MU? Cuban reprint would make transfer Ari instantly meta. Yeah, I could see it. We need to get this Aket up. We have a bit of work to do. I don't mind install advance. They threw out a third Marjana. Okay. Ooh, petty cash. No, I think we're committing to purging here. Okay, so if we purge, if they run here, this revolver is whatever, and then this is really expensive because they have to boost. It's 6 credits to break the Aket. It's pretty expensive. But if we purge, we throw out the petty cash and we solve this issue. I'm not worried about R&D. I'm worried about HQ. When we can't make HQ better, we'll purge. Petty cash is sick. The update they pushed to add the gameplay options button seems like a goof the MU count. Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it? It says 4/4 no matter what. Okay. Transfer Unicum Ari had some other structural issues right now. Losing Deep Dive hurt. Oh man, that one deck. There's the Rising Tide. That was that Ba was playing. It was such a fun Deep Dive Ari, as much as I don't love Deep Dive. It was really satisfying. So you're still breaking this for 3 credits. That's not actually that bad. We're gonna have an issue. So I don't care about R&D. There's only 3 agendas in here. If we do install advance, they don't have a decoder. Maybe on 5 credits we actually can push the remote. Rising Tide breaks this for 2. But maybe we do install Basalt advance tree line and just say Seamless is going to win us the game. If we push the drone and hit the Rising Tide, I think we win. I think the drone's actually better here. Because they need to install decoder and then run this. I don't know if they don't know we have another clearinghouse. This also just looks like a Charlotte. If we did it faster, it would have been more an easy sell. But this server now in theory is like, this is 5 strength. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's usually like 10 credits to run this. Unless it's a Fizarium. All right, well, we'll just res. We have enough money to do everything. And so now the cupulation won't hurt as much. When you're sitting across the cupulation, you do have the push. So 3 subroutines. Losing hardware would be really quite bad. So it's going to be half the gun. Deep Dive is such a good card for TV. Yeah, it kind of is. They're going to take a tag? Oh, no. Okay. They manually broke. Very cool. So yeah, they could have installed the Rising Tide trashing the Marjana. There's a chance they want to keep the Marjana around so they can interact favorably with SDSs. But yeah, this means that this is going to be a bit bigger. When I resolve rules accurate deep dive and make everyone watching sad. Well, you flip 8 at once? Lucy, have you no whimsy? Why are you not excited about the fedora? You are a menace. Yeah, that's awful. All right, they're considering this? They can't break all of this, so we get an advancement. We actually like the advancement. They're jacking out. Ooh, okay, cool. Flipping 8 all at once is just... I've never seen anyone do it. The people yearn for the slow reveal 1 card at a time, but I can't be giving away the order of my deck. Just shuffle it. Pick up 8 and shuffle, then reveal it one at a time, Lucy. There's ways. All right, they didn't want to give us the advancement, so we're going to take down the Rising Tide. They have recursion, so this might not win the game, but they've been put back to Merjana life. Set aside 8, shuffle, flip 8. There you go. Why are you not excited about the fedora? It's so funny for some reason. Some people love the fedora. Not me. Not me at all. I'm going to get upset every time I see the fedora. The guy at the shop said I was the only one who could pull it off. All right, if we probably res this. Actually, maybe we don't. This turns on the Merjana so they can run here, but they can't get through the Mesni. If we res this, we go down to 4. We can't res the. If it fires, we go down to less than 4. I think we just let this go through and chases our Spin Doctor out. I don't think this matters to us. So we'll bring the Basalt back, and I think we bring the Seamless back. Sometimes it's actually nice to have the Seamless in the bin, because if we score this Basalt, we can just get the Seamless back. So I'm actually more interested to bring the Hedge Fund back, maybe even the Mavirus, but I think the Hedge Fund. That might be wrong. I think I need to play the deck more, but I think all of them are actually pretty good. I think leaving the Seamless makes sense, because we're guaranteed to be able to bring it back. We could just never draw it again for the rest of the matchup. The Mavirus back also, like maybe we want to keep our toolbox there for Basalt stuff. If they can't run archives, there's no way they can run this remote server. It's just way too hard. Window, they're running HQ? That's so cool. Will I re-res a hammer? Oh, Fizzarum into hammer? That is a bypass, that's fine. Re-res an Akhet? I'll res an Akhet for 3. I don't care. I don't know if I ever work a fedora. I believe we should keep wait, John. Sometimes I don't know. The fedora is a really hard sell. Why do people modernly look so bad in hats? Like 90% of the time. But like in the 1920s, everyone looked good. Did we just not see the picture of the people that don't look good in hats? Either we res this right now, and what does it actually end up costing them? A lot. It cost them 5 credits. Yeah, I'll spend 3 that you can spend 5. Because hats were formal wear? So you think it's the rest of the like the outfit? But like if I put a suit on and a hat, I still kind of look like I'm community theater. This one gets big. The cup here, if they hit a Basalt, we're not upset. People don't wear the rest of the outfit you need for a hat. I don't know. Ooh, Basalt last hit. We kept our spin too, which is important. I think this is a clearinghouse angle. Maybe we just get a bit more money. We could grab a Seamless, which is also really important. I don't know what's the best card to grab here. You bought a hat in specific size, not one size fit all. Yeah, that's true too, but I don't think it's the size of the hat. Jamming a Charlotte's whatever. Seamless is fun. Clearinghouse is fun. We have one in hand, so don't do that. It's either the Hedge Fund or the Seamless. Seamless is like really fun because they know we have it. We can't get transferred. We're going to need some more money though. Yeah, I'll do this. We have more hedge funds in the deck. How's it going, by the way, John and Zen? Fedora t-shirt is much worse looking than fedora and overcoat over a suit with a scarf. But even that looks old-fashioned. I'm not convinced we have to purge this Fizzarum. This card expends really well. We could straight just trash this hammer for a tree line, and that might not be wrong. Install clearinghouse, advanced clearinghouse. I think we trash this. They're really trying to go on HQ. The issue is like this is very expensive. We need to get our money up so we can threaten the logjam. We have to take a second to advance this Akhet. Tree lining, this tree line's good. I don't think they're on Boomerang. I think we do install advance. They threw out this because running's hard. I think we do install server 2 advance. I think we can let this hang out here. I don't think the transfer is actually that good, right? Because they bypass for 3. They have to break this for 17. No. I don't think we're worried about this Fizzarum, but I could be wrong. The game is here, so I'm going to advance this once. Hats are meant to be part of a proper look. They require proper grooming to go with it. Big bushy beards can look good, but not with a fedora. Wait, is there actually a translation, like a correlation between clean shaven and hat? Yeah, maybe you're right. Pop out one of those tuxedo print t-shirts. HQ's empty. Just let them waste 3 in the Fizzarum. Yeah, I don't mind it. I was playing around transfer. I don't think the transfer is actually that bad for it. It seems like it would be worse for them. Andre could rock a Canadian tuxedo. My dad had the Slavic immigrant coming off an airplane in the jean jacket and cowboy boots in Alberta. And like, I hope one day to be that confident. Facial hair is very era dependent, as wear hats. I don't think you can wear a fedora and not care about your facial hair. There's probably something cultural to it, but that's not, Top hat plus beard. Yeah, top hat and beard's good. The Abe. Nice, hedge fund, sick. That's really good. So we could KPI the tree line on the remote server. They have to consider running this. By running this, I mean like pinholing. I don't know, they need to get enough accesses. Our deck still has all the measures in it. So we can set this up by advancing it one more time. And then we can do it next turn. We can do seamless advance. So hopefully they go hard this turn. They know we have a seamless though, so they know this is not an agenda. And we need to res the logjam. Does a reprise win the game? If the reprise is really bad. We could put another piece of ice here, but I don't know how they get through this mess in Chesvo. I think if they do, we're not too upset. Big hat paid off FFG. Fedoras are meant to go with mustaches specifically. Also, a big difference between like a well-grown beard and a full Alan Moore. I don't think I've been to a hat store. Yeah, make them have it. There's a transfer. I'm not sure who this is worse for. Because we get the advancement and a credit. So this transfer only makes us lose 2 credits. And then they have to pay a lot. Admittedly, it's Chesva credits. And they have to remove the tag. Because the Aket like does work for us. Right? Like this transfer only makes us lose 2. It might be a right to advance a logjam, but I don't think so. So we're down to 10. Yeah, that's still fine. Yeah, there's a lot of turns where the transfer feels better than it actually is. Like I think they started their turn on 13, they ended their turn on the 13. So it's a way to subsidize that access, I guess. Yeah, it's a total wash. A Bravado would have been better there. Because that was 2 clicks for the free run. And we got a clearinghouse. I do think they have another pinhole. The question is whether we can overwhelm them. Ooh, Carmen. Not particularly good. That's a good draw. Hedge fund seamless advance. Make them have it. Only on 10 credits. This deck is mean and like so like 3 clearinghouse makes sense. There are windows in which you can score an agenda. Why don't you score a 7-point agenda? I hate to say it. Could a KPI'd instead of just advancing? Oh yeah, I guess so. It could get another ice on there. That actually might be worth something. You're right. Yeah, we could have KPI'd to get the ice there and the advancement. That might have actually been pretty good. I don't know why I'm holding on to this card for the end of the world or something. The other option is like to tree line this logjam or tree line this tree line. Because the one way they can survive this is by pinholing this logjam. Admittedly, they will break it for like, oh man, they have to spend 6 for Merjana. 6 to break a logjam only on strength? Yeah, wow, 6 plus strength. I'm starting to see why not Eddie likes this. It's like, you're the term glacier, you know? Like you're this unmovable force inching forward. And it's really like the runner makes one wrong run, the game's over. Oh shit, they have a unity. I don't know if they can do this though. I think they need a sick run. It is Mario was a problem. Why are we pretending it wasn't? Oh, because North American players don't think the deck is good. That's why. Oh man, that is such a funny conversation. I call this deck getting to your rock, Sona, because you have to mentally become a stone. Bravado, okay. They might be able to do this. No matter what, it's going to cost them an arm and a leg. I do think the tree line play was correct. Fire all. Okay, so they just made 3 credits on this, but they haven't made a successful run. They have to spend all their money, and unfortunately, we don't have a jam. I think we could have made this bulletproof. There's a chance they don't have the cash here. This is 6. This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, they can't do it. They lose. Where West of Anglia out here has nope. Yeah, this tree line, they're going to pay 6. Yeah, they can't. They just don't have enough money. They die. I think they can make a successful run, but like that's not good enough. Because they break this for at least, yeah, good game. It's demoralizing. Like losing to something that comes at you this slow, because like RIP GGA, GG. This is the problem, is like you probably shouldn't be running at all. Like only the remote server. I do think the right strategy against this deck is never run centrals. Like maybe put enough pressure that they yeah, it's real expensive. The Rising Tide would have done it for me for sure. Yeah. But yeah, you probably just never run centrals. You wait for them to flood and you only run the remote server. And with 3 clearinghouses and the 0-2, like they can make you have it. What topped an NPC this deck? I'm not sure what you mean, John. The right strategy is playing Red Crim? It might be. Thanks for the game. I didn't know. I feel like I drew well, gone to low side econ at the start. Thanks for the game. Yeah, turn 1 they went really, really low, but like that's fine. You have time to breathe. Yeah, they were nice. Like Glacier players get too comfortable. Cool. Glacier Meta are miserable. There, I said it. They don't have to be miserable. 6 agenda Glacier is miserable. I'll be the first to say that. Deck still feels interactive. This deck is why we need Turbine back. I wouldn't say that. I wrote EA's Mario undefeated on the Nats one. I swear after never to play it again. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't want to talk about EA's Mario. I never have kind things to say, unfortunately. Shout out to EA Sports. That list is posted. If you like it, you probably really like it. That's the sort of matchup where like, oh man, I really don't like playing against BTL Glacier. But we'll show you how it works, I guess. I've been playing 6x3 Skunk Void Clearinghouse most of the meta in RH, and it just wins games alarmingly consistently. Oh, especially when it's on RH. Like I don't expect to die to the 5 advance. I think we've died on stream before. It's like Clearinghouse is much better than I think we want to believe it is. Jack's big as Leo hater. We must return to AUCO. I think Clearinghouse is a much better card than it looks, which like we should not admit that to ourselves because we're gonna be in a bad spot. All right, let's do some news. It's only at 10 o'clock. 2 newses. Firstly, from Odo Nuvo, organized play kits are delayed due to various production issues. We've been unable to fulfill the GNK and H2 CTKs on time. We're looking to deliver those 2025 Q4 and 22 Q1. However, given the large delay, we've decided to rebrand this to something else. As a result of the production issue, the playmats in the kit will still say this older date, but whatever, it's fine. In addition, the prize replacement effort is still ongoing. No Signal Games, they put out a survey a while ago for a lot of folks who are missing prize support, basically to catch up, to make sure they have the right addresses to send that stuff out. Myself included, I'm definitely owed stuff, so very excited when that stuff comes through. It's always nice to get mail. No Signal Games hasn't been doing a great job at that, and it's definitely been a pain point, and they seem to be really excited to address it, so excited to see that start rolling in. We're finishing up consolidation and plan to order soon. This is also like a really hard thing to fix because a lot of the prize support either like doesn't exist or needs to exist, and it's like gathering prize support from all these different eras of the last 2 years. So it's like, it seems like a really hard thing to fix. I'm assuming they're just reprinting everything, which printing right now seems hard. If you haven't submitted your survey, please do. Are they still open? Dwight, how's it going? The meaning of life is to make runners miserable. Epic win. No, I can't be. We currently anticipate those prizes arriving to our distribution channels in January of next year. That's not too far away. That's really good news. That's good to hear. We apologize to our TOs and players who are looking forward to these prize kits for any convenience. And then they just announced 2 G&K kits, Game Night Q4 and Q1 of next year. I'll be honest, because of these names being like so, you know, like this, I never know what's in each of them. I'm actually at the point where I don't have stuff. Like I'm doing such a bad job either showing up to locals or remembering what I have. Like I realized I don't have full art Kura Pires. I don't know where they came from. They couldn't have been that hard to get. I think they were part of a GNK kit, but there's a lot of prize support that I see online and think like, yep, I'll get that. And then I just don't have them. Like I realize I'm so close to having a full art, what's it called? Like Criminal Breaker Suite. And then I'm like, wait, I don't have Kura Pires. Like, did we have Kura Pires in Montreal? Got Amari Madani. Has the world's Q&A video gone up yet? Which one's that? Like the TO stuff? I haven't seen it. Oh, No Signal Games uploaded a bunch of like individual clips to their channel recently. I think they uploaded them like in big bursts, which I think they should probably like slow those down a bit. I think they'll do better on the algorithm, but I don't know if the QA is there. The cosplay thing was up there. Kiru's 2024 Q2? Have I been in a cave? How do I not have those? Pretty sure I didn't get anything for winning Intercons 24. No, but like I don't think anybody did. These are really nice. Full art Azamat, that's I'm assuming Yakuza, yeah, it is. Full art Biowac is sick. Mind you, the GNK kits are full arts, which like alt arts are sick. Full arts honestly can be just as cool in a lot of ways. Full art auto, that's It's good art. It's a Mauricio and a full art friend of friend. Full Mauricio kit. It's really, really wild. Very, very cool. This stuff, unfortunately, right now, they don't exist at the Null Signal Games store. I think this is a bit of an issue. It looks like Null Signal Games is redoing their store and they're distributing all this. So the only way to get these is to buy on Make Playing Cards, which is a direct printer in China. The issue is this doesn't make a lot of sense right now. I think a lot of people might consider waiting on these because if I order one of them, it's $30 and then on top of it, shipping from China and then probably tariffs on top of that. It's very expensive. If you buy more, it's cheaper, that's for sure. I think local organizer Oda Nuvo is ordering a couple of these for Montreal, even though this is going to like come at a hit. But I think a lot of people might want to wait for these to show up on the Null Signal Games store, in which they're so much cheaper to both get and to ship. I haven't bought a G&K for a while, but I remember them being like really affordable. I don't think free shipping is a thing anymore. Do they still have price support stuff up here? Do they have price support? Or is all the price support gone? Yeah, like this is 22 Canadian. I can just buy Kuripiras. No, but I have a full art YDL. How do I not have a full art Kuripira? The YDL is the harder one to get. I have this. How do I not have the other one? What's going on? I have extra Kuripiras. I can bring you. Thank you. Thank you, Antoine. Huge save. Anyways, like this is what we're normally used to paying it. So paying 30 on top of shipping on top of stuff, it's a lot for a G&K. Hopefully they end up back here. But the Null Signal Games store is not stocking these because they're working on fixing things. Yeah, like I don't even know if I have full art Beholds or Audreys. I definitely have these and these and these and these and these. Yeah, anyways, I need to sort my stuff out. DTC tends to be cheap for USA, but not other countries, even Canada. Oh, drive-through? Are they on drive-through? Hold on, my chat is not scrolling. When I did get my prizes from online megacities, I assumed I miscounted and missed the top half. Nah, they might just be coming. Fill out the survey if you haven't. The survey is at the point where I don't do a good job remembering what I am owed. That like when the survey comes, I'm like, I have no idea what I've streamed or played in. On a note on G&Ks on any folks, I'm waiting on proofs for drive-through cards, but the G&Ks will be slightly cheaper for folks from drive-through cards when that goes live. Oh, okay, cool. That's why the conversation. Drive-through cards is cool. It's a website that does a lot of RPG stuff and card stuff. Shout out to Doomtown. You can get a lot of Doomtown stuff here. Drive-through cards in Canada is not great. They use the bad shipping. It's very, very expensive for Canadians. NPC on average is cheaper. As if you're an American, you're watching this, I think drive-through cards should be much cheaper than NPC. That's quality is about the same, I imagine. But you can get Doomtown. You can get Vampire the Eternal. Some cool stuff up there. Full arts are great for streaming. Yeah, that too. Are you sure you don't have it? I couldn't find it in my binder, so I'm like that sure. But maybe I have a deck. No, because my binder. I don't know. You must have been missed an event. Yeah, but I have the. Maybe I did. I have those negative color Audreys, and it really makes me want to play Seb. Seeing the Canadian store with actual stock on it, y'all are so lucky. Oh yeah, the UK is a bit worse. That's for sure. I don't think there's everything. Like a lot of stuff is sold out. You can get Borealis. You can't get this. We can get Ashes. You can't get Elevation, which has been sold out. RWRs here is Gateway. Oh yeah, actually a lot of stuff is in stock in Canada. Not too bad. Yeah, G&K kits, very, very accessible. I provided no context for my comment. Point is, things being sold out makes transitioning to the full card pool awkward right now. Yeah. I have my guess is when Vantage Point comes out, this should all be solved at once. I think you sometimes forget what prizes you already have and don't grab stuff you don't actually have when you do G&Ks. I think that's the case, Antoine. I think I assume I have it. Like, jaded look, but like, yeah, I probably haven't. Which is reveal spotted. I don't know what did I do? Oh, was that in DTC? I've been wanting to check out Vampire Eternal Struggle, but it's hard to go in a 4P game. I think you can do bigger with Vampire Eternal. I think you can go to like 8 people, 6 people. I finally switches. What is Witch's Reveal? What is that? But need to have a chance to actually play it. Was that something on DTC? I don't know what this Witch's game is. Regardless. Netrunner card sales, Liberation, and Borealis stocked. Okay. Vampire can go to many players, yeah. Okay. I want to play something weird today. I sleeved something up to play with Pat, and then we didn't end up playing. So we played against Minstrel on stream for Halloween, I think. And Minstrel was playing this really rude. It was like an ice D-res destruction deck that was an as deck that like hinged around playing a lot of connections and then using Meeting of the Minds. I tried to recreate it. I don't know if I did the best job. The deck looks really weird and inconsistent and doesn't look like it'll have the strongest game plan in a lot of different ways, but I'll explain to you how we got here. And then if you have any suggestions about how to make it make more sense, I did watch the replay and try to crib as much as I could from Minstrel, and even Minstrel said it was a bit like, inconsistent. The deck's not running sure gambles, like that's a starting point. I think this deck is better in Baz. I wouldn't be super surprised. I think the As credit doesn't seem incredibly relevant. I wouldn't be surprised if Baz is a bit better. But if we're doing the thing that we're doing, they don't res a lot of ice, and then we might be in a bad spot. So, Meeting of Minds, a card I've never classically liked. Choose Connection or Virtual will only call Connection. You may search your stack for a resource. This card does cost 4. However, after you've added the card to your hand, you can reveal any number of cards with that subtype, so connections, and then gain a credit. So this is always functionally will be a 3 credit card, right? As long as you have 4 up front. And then we want to make this as cheap as possible. The cool thing with this card, is that you can play a bunch of one-off connections and get them consistently either for the matchup or for the board state. Which of Revel is Melanomus' new card game? Which is it Revel? Is everyone spelling it like that? Oh, cool. Expandable card, dual game of tiny witches and devastating spells. Oh, very cool. This is Melanomes? I'll look into that. That's very good to know. Melanome's cool. Where were we? Okay, so the question is, how many connections do you need to play in the deck for this to be good? And for that reason, we're playing 3 copies of Dr. Nuka, because one of the coolest things you can do in Dr. Nuka is first click hit Dr. Nuka, and then you're likely to have a lot of cards in hand to make this Meetings of Mind even cheaper. Currently, we're playing all of these connections. So all the resources, they're all connections besides 6 jobs, if I'm not mistaken. So we have 3 red teams, which seems good for the deck. Mind you, we do play jobs cheaper, and 3 open markets, which I don't actually know if this was in Minstrel's deck. It seems like an obvious inclusion, because it allows you to install your connection cheaply. But I do think there's a real cost in not playing more connections, because then these cards get more and more expensive, and that's kind of bad. Paula's Cafe, we have no synergy with Paula's Cafe. We can't. But we can play a lot of one-ofs that make interesting board states. I don't think I love where I ended up, but I'll show you the things. Like Knickknack is really, really good abstractly, because Knickknack we can get consistently playing 1 Knickknack. And a lot of the actually like as connection package is really good into Knickknack, or the job package more accurately. The idea is with Knickknack, if we run, we can sell an open market with 1 credit left on it. You technically get a credit and a card draw extra. That's cute. Red team you can sell. Technically, you only get 2 extra credits and a card draw, but you can choose when to fire that. Class Act is another one of the big ones where you install your Class Act, you get your value. You start your next turn with 9 cards in hand, so you can do an easy Meeting of the Minds for cheap. And then you can sell the Class Act to draw through, which is really quite good. This deck might be able to do 3 Juli and be happy with it. I think there's a chance. Yeah, Juli actually looks kind of sick. I don't know if I'll Meeting Minds for the Juli, but there's so many cards in our deck to fire this. Even with Hannah, like the chance of you getting a 7-click turn, it's not that we can do much with a 7-click turn, but it's possible. Because Juli works on everything we do. It works on Red Team, it works on Hannah, it works on Dr. Nuka, it works on, no, actually it doesn't work on Bachlan, but that seems good enough. But I'm not sure what this ratio is, what it should be. We're playing 1 Fran Sophia Ward because to some extent we're meant to be like an ice aggression D-res deck as much as the slots are super inconsistent. I don't think you want to play more than 1 Fran Sophia as much as she has text. We're playing 1 crew, which like with Leech has some ice destruction. I don't know if we can play more crews in the deck. I don't think we can play Privilege Access, as sick as that is seems to be. I actually want to play more Bachlans, but Bachlan is unique. And I think Bachlan is underplayed as much as this archetype is very, very not a thing. But Bachlan I was so impressed with. The ability to fast D-res a card you run into. This keeps getting counters. It's first time per run, not turn. That is very, very potent. The issue is how many Bachlans can you play? Is too many Bachlans bad because it jams up your hand? I don't know, but I want to explore Bachlan. I think Bachlan is inherently a very unfair card in the game. We have Nuka for card draw. That's mostly it. And we have Hannah because I think Hannah is one of the best cards in the game. We are a run-based deck. So against assets, I think we're already in an okay spot because against assets, we have red team for centrals, which are usually not well defended. We're on Penny Shaver because we need to be running to get our value engine as much as all the criminal concerts are pretty interchangeable and pretty good. And yeah, and we have red team. So why not get some more runs in there? Hannah seems like a natural inclusion and a great tech card for certain matchups. We're running hardware. Alarm Clock was in the deck originally. It's nice. Getting that clickless run for Knickknack and all that is kind of cool. We have 3 Boomerang. This might be too many Boomerangs. We're an As deck though. We do Boomerang well. We have a Docklands because we need to win somehow. I know Minstrel was playing this. We have a Mag Electric. Maybe we can play 2 of these. This is the thing is we have so many cards that hurt ice and we're playing just one of each of them and hoping it works. How do you win? Good question. Waking Plant is probably how we win, and Docklands and Suffocation. I don't know what alternate win condition we can add to this. Like you could in theory play 1 copy of Pretty Mary, but like I don't want to grab it with Meeting of the Minds, but maybe that makes sense. Maybe we can play less breakers and play like Stargate. I don't think our deck can inherently play twinning that easily as much as you can go get it with Meeting of the Minds. But however, Connection is a very expensive. It's a 3 credit tutor. 1x Chesva, yeah, 1x Chesva could make some sense. The card's really, really good. I'm hoping we're aggressive enough with like Bocklin and all our D-res tech that Central Ice is porous, but I think that's such a dream that that's not going to happen. So we probably need 1 Chesva. Breaker Suite I don't love. Carmen, it could be 2 revolvers. I don't know if we ever install Carmen. Cat's Cradle makes sense because we're meant to be annoying with ice. Kurapir is, what else do we have? And Revolver is cheap and nice. We're running 3 transfers because Econ matters. We're running 3 Meeting of the Minds because we have to. I was playing 2 Meeting of Minds and Pinhole, and I cut the pinholes, and I'm going to feel bad about that. We have 3 Getaway and 3 Bravado. I use Pretty Mary alongside Jailbreaks. Moda, how's it going, by the way? I think I missed your first message. Excuse me. Evening all, I'm actually enjoying some success with something like this. Oh, sick. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. The thing that I'm really worried about is that this card to me doesn't make sense unless you play enough connections. And I don't even think this deck runs enough connections. Like I've been fishbowling it a bit. So say this is our hand. So like Meeting the Minds in here is a 2 credit tutor. And that just seems bad. Like we're not playing Sure Gamble, so our econ in the early game is a bit rough. But like this is not a hand I think we can feel confident about keeping. Like, do we draw once and find a connection? No, we draw another Meetings. But if we play Meetings here, we functionally pay 2 to go get a connection. What are we getting? Like this is an unplayable hand. And this is what worries me. Is this hand better? Yeah, this hand is better. We have a free Nuka, which is nice. We can draw with Nuka, but like now everything is really, really ugly. You don't have your government mandated pinholes. No, we're trying something different. If you run 2 revolvers, you can run Asmoon with poisons. Asmoon is interesting. Asmoon can get your weapons, so we have Revolver. It can get your Virus, so you can get your 1x Leech. I just think Asmoon is not a very good card overall. It's very, very slow, and it's a worse card on average than Nuka and anything else. If the meta really requires you to get a Revolver before you interact, then maybe I could see it. But overall, like Asmoon just never seems to be worth a slot. It's a 2-cost card that you install. And then a turn later, you get a card from your hand. Like, it just seems so much worse than running a Class Act or a Nuka. If these cards are super important, if there's like a 1x Virus in the meta that like blows open your matchup, like a Clot, I could see this coming back. But currently, it's just like the Leech is not that important. The Revolver is not that important. That it's at the point it's the same as a Mutual Favor or just a card, like a card draw card. It's hard. Asmoon is a connection, though, and that's worth something. Like, check this hand out. This is, again, another hand where we have a Meeting of the Minds. Do we play it? And what do we get with it? Maybe with this hand, you have to, like, red team Centrals and Meeting of a Minds next turn to go get a knickknack so you can sell the red team when it's on 5. Like, that's not bad. I think that's okay. But then so much of the econ of this deck is, like, attached to this one red team. Like, it's a mess. I didn't wind up using Meeting of the Minds either. The connections are useful, but some econ cards are generally helped more. Yeah, I'm wondering whether this card should just not be in the deck. And then we should just not play knickknack and or play 2 knickknacks and hope we find it. And then like just build a more like connection criminal list. I don't think you should be playing 3 minds. The dream is you play enough connections that Meeting of the Minds cost you 1 credit or actually makes you money. I don't think this dream is alive because there's just not enough good connections to put in a deck. But that's why I wanted to like Meeting of the Minds max. And when we played against Minstrel, it was like pretty good. Like he would set up a very early Fran Sophia. He set up a very early knickknack and things became very miserable for us. Jairzinho? Oh man, it's so hard. We're not even good at doing the Jairzinho thing. I don't think we can do it. Like, yeah, I think the 1x Chesva makes sense, but I don't know. I don't feel great about this, but I think we're going to learn something. And I think what we're going to learn is that like how do you play these opening hands? Like red team, central, install Class Act, look at 5. Here we have a Meeting of the Minds and we have 2 connections. Like we could draw first, get a connection. Oh, and then like, what are we Meeting of the Minds for? 2 at most, but it's the core of the deck. Yeah, I was on 2 originally, and then I put it to 3 because I wanted to learn something about it. The combo would be Class Act and turn into click nuke in the Meeting. Yeah, I think that's the idea. But then like you have too many cards in hand that even if you Meeting for Minds, what are you getting? And then you're installing and discarding the rest of your hand. Like unless we have a way to install multiple connection at once, like I don't even think that's that good. But that was an okay opening. Is this good? Yeah, this is really good because we have our knickknack. But like knickknack doesn't have anything to sell. We would do Nuka for free draw. I mean, this is okay. We could do open market. We're not incentivized to install this knickknack because we wanted to in hand for Meeting of the Minds. So the next turn, we probably like, do we Meeting of Mind for a Class Act? Like, what do we do? These connections draw cards, so Meeting misses them. Yeah, it seems wrong. This doesn't seem good. Like, it seems like all the cards that should go together, but it doesn't feel like the cards do actually go together. Like, this hand seems super cromulent, but then, like, what are you actually doing? Are you Meeting the Minds for 2 credits to go grab your, maybe you are. But no, you do it next turn after the Class Act. No, you definitely don't play this. So you like Bravado and Ice. You install the Class Act for 3 with As. You click for credits. You draw 5. This hand, depending on what we need, we'll put back. So we'll probably put back the Carmen, depending on the matchup. And then still, we're meeting the mines here for 2 credits. Like, it's still not good, but we can meeting the mines for a knickknack. Install the knickknack off the open market, run, sell the class act. Like, it's a mess. It seems like it's fun when it works, and when it doesn't work, it could have worked better. Yeah, I think we're going to learn something, and I think we're going to be able to tune this, but like, there's a chance that this card just doesn't work. The other thing I rather than O'Brien Leech Crew I have is Mary Iru Echelon. Mary Iru. Yeah, Iru seems good. Maybe Hannah's not worth it. Maybe 3 Nukas is like too much as well. But I could see that being good. I think the Crew is like a card that on its own doesn't do enough in the matchup for 3 influence. Like, yeah, it hates on naturally just the small cards, and maybe Leech isn't worth it. I could see those being cut. I was even thinking of the Artist at some point, but then I thought about it a bit harder. But like, Artist Juli seems kind of cool. But like, maybe we should just be on more Julis, because Juli is just like a card that replaces itself in terms of like efficiency, and we just need more connections. I could see us playing more Julis. 3 Nukas is a lot when you already have 3 class acts. It's like, but this is like not strange for a criminal deck. Like, most good stuff criminal decks are on 3 class acts, 3 Nukas, or 2 class acts, 3 Nukas sometimes. Like, this is just like fundamental to criminal, let alone we're a connection deck. Can you cut 1 meeting and get a mutual favor? We already have 1. I don't know if we need 2, because we already have 3 boomerangs and an alarm clock. So maybe. I don't have class acts sticking with Nuka, only an extra Juli. Oh, class act seems like the best card in almost any criminal deck, let alone this deck, because we're on knickknack, let alone it's just that good. I can see playing 2 Julis. I don't want to play more than 45 though. And I could see cutting the Crew. I don't think the Crew's gonna be that great of a draw. It's really bad in our opening hand too. So maybe we could cut Crew, Leech. We could play a Chesva. Hold on. What can we do for 4 influence? Is there like a good 4 influence card? Say we cut this. We cut this. We do Chesva because it's just absurd. We do another Juli. That seems kind of fun. And then with 4 influence, like, you could do things like telework. It's not a connection, but it's a job, and Juli cares about that sort of. If we go to do S connection, is that subtype? Yeah. And then we can do all of them. Like, we have 4 influence to burn in a single card slot. Like, oh, the Artist is 5. Oh wait, this is Eternal. That seemed long. Like, I don't know what we're playing. Like, Beatrice doesn't seem good because they already ice HQ relatively well. Second knickknack, like, maybe you can just tempo more Hannahs with Penny Shaver. That seems wild. We don't have enough runs for Debbie. Iru, yeah, it's probably, I could see it being Iru really easily. Iru seems like a good choice. That leaves us a bit. Where is Iru? Iru's 3 influence. Pick up the rest tomorrow. Lucy, thanks for dropping by. Get some sleep. We'll see you at 3.5. Don't push it to 4. Do we float 1 influence? Iru and Manuel. Manuel is 2 influence, and we only have 1 card in the whole deck. Technically 2 cards that give us tags. If that's the case, like, I'd rather play, I think, Pretty Mary. The problem with Pretty Mary is that there's, again, only like 2 cards that fire it. I'm worried that our deck is like so combo heavy already that playing cards that have really conditional payoffs is something we need to avoid. Because Pretty Mary only fires if we have Iru and fire Iru, which is already a threat issue, or we're doing Wake and Plant, charge Wake and Plant, run R&D. Like, I'm not excited to play Pretty. She seems so conditional, right? Like, we're at the point where Devadata Drones is comparable, if not probably better. Iru is strong, but red team's already incentivizing them to protect archives. Yeah, you're not wrong, Loy. They probably will to some extent. Like, they should anyways when you're playing knickknack. That's kind of an issue. Yeah. Or Wake, yeah. Or charging the Wake, which again, it's like, we need the Wake down. We need to be able to install the Wake. We need to run HQ. We need to get counter. We need to do this. Like, it's way too much work. It's Wake too much work. Oh, we showed events too. That was wrong. So I don't know. Maybe we spend 1 influence. Do we just play Friendo? No, I don't think so. I just heard Nana ask from the next room. Maddie asked Nanako, our cat, what's wrong? And I just heard Nanako going meow meow as a response. It was very cute. I think we'll spend 1 influence. Twinning, but that's giving up. Yeah, that's super giving up. It's probably right, but like, we could cut the Iru for twinning and it might not be wrong. Hey Baha, how's it going? I played something very similar to this, but I ended up switching to a version with no meetings, no knickknack, and just go pure Jules and red teams to smartwares, and it seemed pretty consistent. Oh my god, smartware. I forgot smartware's a connection. I think that's what we're going to learn. I think we're going to cut the knickknack. For what it's worth, knickknack is actually really clumsy with red teams, and then Juli Max. I'm going to try that after. I think that's really, really cool. It's a virtual, you can tutor it, yeah, but you tutor it for 3 credits. Because you have to choose a type and then only get credits off the type. So a 3 credit tutor for twinning, like 6 credit twinning doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, you can tutor for it. I actually kind of like that a lot. How's it going? I'd probably go with a digital companion. Adding digitals, like adding virtuals does not make meeting better because meeting cares about one type, not both type. If it was either subtype, we could do it, but it's not. You could consider Wildcat Strike for 1 influence. I mean, I feel like I would rather play Carpe Diem. I'd rather play Sure Gamble than Wildcat Strike. And we're not even playing Sure Gamble. Honest Friend would tag me as my work. You can play mostly resources. Big enough. There's decks that did that. They were the ones that did that like what were they doing? They were doing as and they played the package and they became. Can you still do that? Or is that a rebirth deck? When in doubt, Baya bans? I really don't like Baya bans. I think we just float 14 and say we're cool. I think we're going to end up in a deck that cuts Meeting of the Minds, and I'm excited to get to that. So let's just play this as is. If someone can think of one good influence that I like, admittedly, in the next, before we get this on JNet, we'll put it in. Yeah, Inception deck, yeah. Oh, it's DJ. Okay, so that was in a DJ world. Yeah, DJ into Seb was like really, really cool. Import deck. Nope. Sorry, runner deck. Second option as. Yeah, that's the one. Airblades. I don't think we're in Airblades meta anymore. Like maybe against AUCO, but we're at the point where I wouldn't tech for Airblades against standard. Badge is 1 influence. Yeah, that's not the worst thing. Yeah, I could see us playing Badge. We already have the setup for that. That's a good call. Badge is just a fun card. It's hardware. And it works. It works fine. Airblades I like quite a lot because of AUCO and Message Espo. Yeah, decklist of the week. If you're taking around the decklist of the week, this is a bad deck to play in the decklist of the week. Like, let's be honest. It's very, very bad. Fencer. Yeah, Fencer's fine. I'll try Badge. We can't play 46, so let's cut. Ransomly Award. Oh no. I'll play 46. I don't care. Runner. It's 10:30. We should be able to get some good games in. All right, Alex, don't glacier us out too hard. Okay, cool. Ooh, this hand's great. Alex Mulligan. I'm still so concerned that Alex is going to be playing the fast events AUCO that I know that he plays. This hand is great. Hannah's great. Nuka's great. We have early econ. That's great. We, in theory, could have a do 2 credit Meeting of the Minds. I don't even know what like Meeting of Minds we would get against AUCO. Probably we would get the Soupman. Thanks, you too. This hand's sick, though. The hand's really good. Could be Plutus, yeah. I'm assuming this is Sudden Commandment. AUCO, but we'll find out. Miss Bones. I totally forgot about Miss Bones. All right, we don't want to lose these to damage. So we install these for 2 credits so we can just clean getaway R&D. Die to snare. Peer review. Yeah, this is Plutus. This is definitely Plutus. We can Nuka here. I mean, we might as well. I didn't want to lose this to damage. It might have been safer not to install it. But yeah, this looks like it is. I don't think he's going to play this Petty Cash, which means he's definitely on Plutus. If he doesn't play this, okay, never mind. I still think he's on Plutus. Red team for Centrals is okay. We have an open market. Yeah, we're doing okay. But the meeting, it's okay. We'll hit the nuke and then meeting after it. But like the meeting just doesn't seem good. You put so many connections in the deck and the meeting is still kind of shit. We just devalued the meeting. Yeah, but what are we meeting for? Like, I don't think the meeting's actually good. He knows we can run this, which is like sus. There's 1 face down in archives. We could do petty cash into red team. Sorry, open market into red team. Excuse me. Red team can only run central servers, unfortunately. Sometimes you don't want to take all the credits off of it if you're expecting to go get your friend. Man, Juli would be really good. Like all our cards fire Juli here. We should just be on multiple. It's a moon pool. Yeah, makes sense. We have to deal with that. Well, red team archives. Just because it gets 3 credits, another petty cash. Okay. I think we're going to hold that. I don't think we draw with Nuka here because we discard. I think we could consider going R&D for a single, but if we hit a bite, we kind of lose the game. So I think I'm just going to mandatory draw, like manually draw. That's okay. I'm hoping less people are playing Samasamun because of the whole Matryoshka thing, that this will be a bit better for us. This Meeting of the Minds is not going to do anything. It's going to be in her hand all game. So that's the third petty cache? Wow. So petty cache, the hand is probably flooded. We should go with HQ here. We're expecting to take a lot of damage because this easily can be anemone. So we could boomerang HQ. I guess we Nuka first. Man, Cat's Cradle, we have to install that. There might not be any code gates. Arsenal's not doing anything, so maybe we don't either. Maybe we install Juli for 1. Cat's Cradle, we red team for a click, build our own Sable. So Juli says when you spend a click on a connection, or sorry, on a resource, get a click. Right? Oh, first time. So we don't get it because of Nuka. Ass. Still refuse to believe in dolls? I mean, it was really good. It was surprisingly good. Okay, this hand we can just full send it. We can just do transfer. Okay. I think we clicklessly check archives and we boomerang and we bravado their mode server. We access with 3 cards. That's scary. It could be a table bite into anemone, so I think we just run it. The meetings are 1 net damage. That's correct. That's what they're going to be. Oh, maybe we don't do this because we're gonna get the hand. We're gonna get the hand click anyways. So clickless 3 credits. We'll boomerang this and we'll just run it with Hannah. If it's anything besides a Samasamun, we're relatively okay with it. It's a Botu. I mean, that's a lot of money. Looks like what's in here is important. We could tank the 2 damage. We died a table bite. I think we're gonna tank the damage. I don't like our hand that much. We can't get an end the run though, because we take a tag and we lose the boomerang. We died a table bite, but I don't think this is a table bite behind a Botu. Lost transfer, and we kept the meetings, bummer. Superconducting, yeah, this is exactly the sort of deck we expect Arzon to be on. So a lot of small agendas. Cool. So now we should pressure HQ. Ayuko got 1 counter. So everything's going to this remote server. We don't have a good reason to run this remote server. Sorry, good ability to run the remote server. So we need to draw up. Meetings is terrible. Bachlan is something. There's not a lot of ice you want to derez in this matchup. But Arzon's going to jam next turn, and we haven't found a console, let alone we're not. Oh, God, I hate this card. It's awful. Top deck. Like here we could pay 3 credits and 2 more credits, or technically 1 more credit to go get our friend. We're definitely going to draw here. Oh, God. But we can like go get our soup guy, KK, and then get rid of this red team. Oh, that's so bad. Bachlan's pretty mean to Saisentan. Yeah, it's okay. There's not that many other things you want to derez. It's like kind of cool against actually the easy one. It's good against Tattoo Bola. You just derez it. Man, why couldn't they give these a connection subtype? It would have been so cool. Install double advance. I don't know what this is. Meeting of the meeting of the minds. Yeah, the truest meeting of the minds. Oh, that's awful. All right, draw for boomerang. This is not unique functionally. Every meeting you play, the next one is 1 credit cheaper. You're right. We should do meeting into meeting into meeting. And then this is 3 credits into 2 credits into 1 credit. That's kind of sick. Imagine spending 6 credits and then you throw out your whole hand. I guess you stay the same amount of cards in hand. Wait a second. We should have done it. No, we definitely should have done it here. Yeah, you're right. There's no shot we're not playing 3 Meeting of the Minds. Unironically, yeah, I think we're unironically going to do it next turn. Unless this is a Fuji and it hits them and then we'll cry. But I think we're going to like red team run archives with this red team to keep this red team around. Yeah, I'm going to do it next turn because it seems fun. Oh, this gives us a click. Wait, we have 3 clicks left? We have 3 clicks? He's about to lose to Fuji? No, it's fine. So we Meeting of the Minds for 3 credits. For 2 credits. Then for 1 credit, then we gain a credit. And then we run out of clicks. I'm still doing it. It's so funny. Meeting of the Minds, connection, search your stack. So, knick-knack. 1, 2. Okay. Can we afford this? Meeting the minds? I don't care. Connection. Yes. Nuka? 1, 2, 3. Meeting the minds. We didn't use as and we discard a card. This is just still really funny though, so it's worth it. I don't want to show the Iru. I'll do France Sophia. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a whole conference. Well met. Sick. I don't think anyone's ever done that. And I realized it got better the more you did it. We could have got a free red team in there, but at the end of the day, we're going to sell this red team to Knickknack, so it's fine. It would have been ironically really good. Yeah, as click one, it actually would have been sick. The right answer is to throw out France Sophia, I'll be honest. Don't Fuji me. Son of a bitch. No! You monster. Ah, that's fine. Okay, excuse my language. At least we kept the good one. We kept Knickknack. Losing Nuka did suck. Need to get the threat 3 somehow. There's no shot we're on Oppo here. I think it's Sudden Commandment, not Oppo. Okay, 5 credits. Let's just start gaming. So if we hit this button, we gain a click. You don't sell it. Like when you sell the red team, it feels so good because you get 5 credits, but you actually don't get 5 credits because you lose 3 credits. Okay, Sai Santan's in there. Okay. We're at 2 Ayuko counters. The Boto is still small. France Sophia Ward could be a bit ugly. We think this is an anemone. Our hand is no good. Maybe too little too late. We've already used as. What are we knickknacking next turn? We need to use the Juli. Yeah, I think we do just install the Carmen for 3. And then we can face check next turn and just take 2 damage. I don't mind these cards. I mean, we're spending in so much work, but we still just like have mild pressure. I want to install the France Sophia, but I don't think Alex is going to res more than 2 pieces of ice the rest of the game. And then her 15 credit tax is not going to matter. Like, this just seems like a card you get into LEO matchup. And like mid-range Wayland. Or Glacier Wayland. Peer review, okay, so we see the whole hand. So peer review, cohort, spin doctor, sericulture, hybrid tattoo. So this could have been any of those. It was a hybrid. What the heck is happening? That was a card. Okay, cool. Whoa. Whoa, I think we can lose next turn. Really hard to track. So a card was installed from archives. So his hand still has spin doctor, a sericulture. This is probably an agenda. If it's a regenesis, we're cooked, but like we're cooked anyways. I don't think we install France Sophia Ward. There's no, like we could hit Hannah here to gain 2 clicks. And then we knickknack the Hannah. Maybe the deck should play all the Carmens because we can sell the Carmens for extra credits. That's so silly. We're doing everything to do nothing. You know it. And damn, does it feel good. Like, what are we knickknacking here? Like, maybe it makes sense to Hannah the Juli. If this is a barrier, we're so crushed. We're emotionally destroyed. The problem also, like, knickknack is only the first time, so there's no way to install the red team and get value. Otherwise, we install for 4, trash for 5. Like, it's nonsense. Draw 1, I guess. Like, maybe we install France Sophia, but then, like, basically we can install France Sophia to make her the same as drawing a card and clicking for a credit. Like, technically it's the same because we install for 2, then we sell immediately for 3 in a card. So maybe we should have just made that our, like, soft Hoshiko. At this point, I'm not installing her. Maybe 1 credit matters. I don't think it is. We're just not red teaming archives. Are we not? I guess we do, but it just eats the knickknack. I think if anything, we red team HQ. Yeah, we shouldn't have drawn then. Oh wait, we can sell the knickknack Juli now. Okay, wait, no, that's sick. Yeah, if it starts the run, I forget that you get to click and then you can do it. That's actually really cool. Yeah, the deck should be on more Julies. Meaning the Minds is terrible. Yeah, it's Anemone. It's fine. And now we have to run archives after. So the order here was good. We lost Francify and Boomerang. That's perfectly acceptable. We break for 1. There could be a Sericulture in here. Peer review. Do we know that? Yeah. So we can red team archives. We still have 2 clicks, so that's not good enough. No way we die to this directly. There's the Sericulture. Okay. So there is some combination where we lose. Maybe not on 3 credits. I think we just install the class act to have something set up for knickknack. I think going down to 5 is fine because we technically are not at 5. We're at 9 because as soon as we run, we get the class act. And then we can derez the... Oh, we can derez the boat too? Wait, we're cooking. Let's see what AUCO does. Man, the Julies are good. Like the free run archives is kind of sick. And the fact that she fires before knickknack is really, really cool. Like knickknack seems good. It's a lot of work. We lose to exactly Plutus, Kakarembo, Regenesis. Yeah, I'm not going to consider any of those lines because I don't know what they are, so they can't really hurt me. So we have to derez this, which is perfect. So we red team. Oh, fuck, knickknack is the first. No, that's fine. We sell the class act. We red team HQ. We install the mag. We red team HQ. Selling the class act, gaining 300 credits. We break this for 1. Oh, oops. That seems good. So you can no longer... Server 2 has to be a moon pool or an agenda. Oops. What's the order here? Do we Hannah archives first? Sorry, do we red team archives first or do we run this? I think we just run this. Because if this is a moon pool, we might not have to run archives. But now he can't res this. It's a spin, okay. We save the last red team next turn to KK. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. We should play around it. I wonder if this is a... With nothing on the table, I don't think we can lose. It's a moon pool. Yeah, that tracks. Okay. So I think we just Bravado HQ here. Or we install another class act. We've already used our ads ability. Alarm clock's also fine. It's a click. And then you can, during your alarm clock, you can knick-knack the alarm clock. I think we just Bravado HQ because he drew 2. Whoa, that seems important. Okay. No AUCO counters. The ice in the remote server is going to be res for most of his money. He has a peer review though, so he can jump up, but he wanted to do that last click. So you don't show your whole damn hand. Because we actually know a lot of these cards, but I couldn't be bothered to track, unfortunately, at this point. It's way too late. He showed us 5 cards at once. And like, I'm not going to do that. I'll be honest. We also do just have the Iru button. I can't believe we ripped 2 points there. But this deck has a lot of small agendas. Like, there's 2 more Fuji somewhere. We touch those, we win by a lot. Like, this deck is cool. There's a lot of cool things in it. The problem is, like, the meeting of the minds, it just isn't it. Maybe we just play 2 knickknacks, we cut the meetings. The red team's knickknacks are fun, but you have to set them up. They're very thoughtful. There's a peer review. Okay, so we're going to see the hand. So peer review, cohort, program, sudden commandment, FUT. So we need to trash the sudden commandment. So this could be a FUT, or it could be a cohort, or it could be an unknown. If it's an unknown, we don't lose unless it is a moon pool, but he needs more points for that to be an issue. So running the hand, there could be 1 unknown in there. There was a FUT, it would have been res now, so it might not be a FUT. We forced the res. We take 2 damage. I don't think we care about 2 damage. I mean, might be right just to do Iru, send Iru, and float a tag. The deck could easily be on a greasing because it works with peer review. Feels good. Edge, tattoo, shit. Okay, now we have a tag. We can hand him the remote and force him to pay 6 and discard a card. Then we can run archives. This might be a turn where we actually crack Hannah because we have a tag, but this will give us 2 tags if we hand him the remote now. Trashing the hybrid. Sorry, trashing the sudden commandment is probably how we lose, so we probably do trash it. I think we hand him the remote server. With this revolver, we can surely sell Karma next. I don't know. Revolver breaks an enemy for 2 every turn. I don't think it's actually worth it. Offload a tag. I don't mind taking 2 damage here. Actually, the class act is the one we care about. We might want to pre-install it. This is the cohort. Okay, we'll let this fire. Okay. Kept the cards we cared about. So now we have to run archives, run HQ, load a tag. Hansei Fut. Okay, so the hand is cohort. The cohort's in their mode server. So the 1 card we have to trash from hand, we have a 1 in 3 chance of hitting the sudden commandment. At the cost of not playing the class act. We know hedge funds off the top, so that sudden commandment is actually not that important. Hold on, maybe we just install that class act. Because the sudden commandment, there's 1 unknown card in hand and a sudden commandment. The sudden commandment has a peer review, but the thing is peer review only installs. Oh no, because OKC card. Yeah, we have to hit the thing because we're going to see more cards. Knowing the top 2 of the deck helps, but it's not perfect. 2 tags? I don't care about 2 tags, I don't think. Like if he trashes our stuff, it's fine. He could be unpredictive, but I don't think so. But I like this is not a measured deck. This is a fast advance deck. We have to hit. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so it's sudden commandment, nano. So I'm glad we forced him to spend 6. Where's the log? So it's sudden commandment, nano. Peer reviews the hand. I don't think he has the money to win. Yeah, the money's probably not there. Didn't res a cohort. So Tattoo Bull is the top. We lost Iru. Okay. So the money's just not there. So we probably just install Class Act. I wonder if that's the turn that we crank Hannah. We just need to hit HQ and trash the right card. So I think we do Class Act draw. If we knick-knack the Class Act, we lose a lot of value. So I don't know what we do. I guess we always do Class Act draw, right? We have a 1 in 3 chance because we need to hit the Sun Commandment. The top of the deck is a Tattoo Bull. He did not AUKO, so he needs to get his money. Because with Biotic into Suddenly, if we hit the Sudden, we're okay. It's a 1 in 3 shot. So I think we don't knick-knack. We just take 3 shots and Class Act. We could actually get rid of the Cat's Cradle if there's something desperate we needed here. Like a transfer actually would be pretty good. We've lost 1 transfer. A transfer actually might be worth digging for here. Sudden Commandment I think is like 2 to trash. Found it. Okay, that's good. So now we have breathing room. So we know R&D, we know HQ is peer review nano, so we have full information. I think we think this is a cohort, but it wasn't res, so I'm not actually sure if it is. I think we do Class Act, then draw. Yeah. Mutual Favor gives our Kurapira, which we know Tattoo Bull is coming up, so that's worth something. I'll go for that. And then I think we draw again. I don't think we need money with the Class Act. Okay, cool. Docklins is good. It was a cohort. I don't know why he didn't res last turn. Maybe he forgot. So now we know all of the hand besides all of the AUKO cards and the cohort cards. So is Tattoo Bola, Nano Management, Peer Review, and then it's going to probably be a bunch of unknowns. We actually know which card he drew. Trashed. Does it not tell us? Wait, does AUKO not tell you the order? Antoine, I think I told you wrong. I assumed AUKO would tell you the order of the card. Hold on. Because we know the top card is the cohort. Sorry, is the... It says Tatsu? No, it doesn't. Does it? Oh, top card from it. It does. Sick. Okay, it does. So you win the last gene his boy. No, it says the top card. Okay, so he trashed the tattoo. Yeah, okay, found it. Okay, so he trashed the tattoo, so his hand is 3 unknown cards, a nano management. Okay. And peer review. Our hand is not bad. We're gonna have a lot of credits. He drew a sudden commandment. So if he does sudden commandment into nano, I don't think he has the money to capitalize on it. Sudden commandment into peer review, he might have the credits to capitalize on it, but I don't know if he can score 3 points with that line. This is like very much a, oh, he just did hedge fund. Okay. I don't think he's going to buy a click for 3 credits here if he's hedge funding off a sudden. So he has nowhere to jam the agendas. Oh, he did. That's terrifying. What's he doing with this? Last hybrid installs a card from archives. Kind of sick, nasty. Okay. Back to us. Okay. So the hand is nano management, peer review, 2 unknowns. Kurapir gets through Boto for 700 credits. But we have to run this. So our perfect line, Docklands Wake run HQ. No, I think we run the remote circuit. I think we run HQ. We sell the class act. We're on 9, 10, 11, 12. We break. We could risk the net damage. It saves a credit. We'll see if it matters. But we class act. We're on 12. We break. We're on 11. We mutual feud with Kiro. We're on 8. Kiro breaks us for 8. We can find a boomerang, or is that not on the deck? We have 2 boomerangs. It should be very likely we can draw a boomerang. I think it's either that we hope that we draw into a boomerang, especially with a class act draw, or we just grab our Kurapira, because Kurapira gets through the Boto. So when you trash the class act, it doesn't see itself, right? I think no matter what, we class act run HQ, and we're hoping we have a 1 in 5 chance of drawing a boomerang. If we don't, we can do the Kurapira, I think. I just want to make sure we do the math right. If we trash this, we're on 12. If we install the Kurapira, we're on 9. Sorry, we break for 1. So do that again. Rewind. So class act brings us up to 11 after we break. We install Kurapira, we go down to 8. And then we break this for 5, 6, 7 if we need to. We have to get in with enough money for Moonpool, ideally. We have no burst econ in our hand and or deck. So I think we just run HQ as a start. I don't think we can afford the Docklands this turn. Clean getaway is actually kind of important, because clean getaway means we can mutual a bit more comfortably. We can save a credit on the Boto as well. We just want to be able to get in here with 3 credits. Yeah, Knick-Knack is really cool. You always feel like the runner has tempo. Oh, good game. Ah! Help, I'm in the Matrix. GG. What was in the remote? So Centrals was an Anemone, was a Fuji in remote server. Okay, so we win no matter what. The hand is Nano Amendment, peer review, or Genesis. So he drew into 2 agendas. Yeah, there's no way to get rid of them. Wow. So AUCO into cohort was agenda, hedge. Yeah, AUCO into cohort was 3 agendas there. Wow. That's wild. Yeah, because the tattoo got trashed. So no matter what, our line there's really good. We have a 50-50 on HQ. Otherwise, we run the Fuji and we win. Nice, the friends are helping out there. They're not. We wasted a whole turn for those friends, and we installed like 1 of the cards off the friends. The friends were awful. Oh, he had a Hannah click too to run Boto. Yeah, we have so many clicks with Hannah. I think we're really, really favored there. Yeah. Yeah, wild. Cool matchup, though. Maybe one of them was a sun. Yeah, I had to hit the sun. Oh, yeah. There, you got the second. Yeah, there was a second sudden for sure. The sudden drew 2 cards. So the sudden. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, Juli did work. I could see us cutting the Meeting of the Minds and just playing more Juli. And then cutting the cards that don't make sense. Juli did a lot of work. Juli would have continued to do work. Juli Hannah is gross. Juli Hannah is really gross. Yeah, Juli 3 clicks on a refund is decent. And then you knick-knack her away. It was actually like kind of sick. I think one of the genders was drawn with the sun. Yeah, maybe 2. Yeah, beans. Aye, beans. What do you think about the archetype? This sort of like archetype of sudden commandment and fast advance is something that like Alex has been playing for a long time. For those who don't know, Arzon was the world champion 2 years ago in San Francisco. It's Thursday. Eric, I had so much fun watching the watching your excitement to play what's it called? The NBN identity. And then obviously like watch the stream. You'll learn a lot for sure. And I don't mean that in like a rubbing in way, but I'm like, oh, Eric is gonna stream. We'll see how his tone is at the end of the stream. And like it was a joy to watch. It's one of my favorite things to play into tier 2 decks of the pub tonight. Seems cool. Seems fun. I don't fully know your reach, but I reckon you can do some wild stuff. Yeah, Synapse, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, Eric. There's 1x top down. Oh, super cool. Yeah, top down is really, really neat. It's not a transaction though, right? You're not. Yeah, I guess we could have guessed he wasn't on Plutus considering he played the petty caches from the bin very aggressively. I managed to score a winning 3-2, 11 cards deep at crown at Worlds. Oh, sick. Super sick. All right. Oh, my leg's asleep. Cohort Ayuko sudden to find it. Keep drawing. Yeah, I was playing Sudden Commandment in Zwiki and actually really liking it as well. It gets you a lot of wild ways to break lock. Deep twinning R&D lock. Jai doing all he can do to dump the title. Some would say a people's champ. Some would say. Hey, thanks for the game. Sudden top down. Oh, wow. Whoa. Wait, you can't sudden though, right? Wait. Can you sudden? I think sudden has text on it that doesn't allow you to do that. Yeah, I don't know. This text is so easy to forget because there's only one mandate in the format, but I'm pretty sure at some point in my life I've suddened into sudden. Might be catching Alex there. Only one click back. Okay, cool. Got it. Cool. I think I've goofed that. I have no doubt if I was doing that on Jaina, I'd be mashing the button and getting really upset. Sudden top down pool, man. Wow. Oof. Mandate. Vantage Point's gonna have like 5 of them. Just you watch. This card feels like it's a double. It's not. It's in fact like not even a single sometimes. This card's cool. It's really neat. I really need NSG to make more mandates. I think NSG was very, very cute to make a subtype as like an emergency panic button, even though they don't need it. Flatline Sokka, 1 card in hand. Hey, cheers. All right, let's change this deck a bit. I'm gonna leave the old one. We'll make a new one. So we'll just duplicate this in JNet. So copy. How do you copy? My decks. Well connected. Isn't there a copy button? Huh? Duplicate. Oh, okay. Mandate is going to be as unused as a secret subtitle on BioVault. Was BioVault remote? What was on BioVault? Oh, offsite. I think there's more than one offsite card, but offsite is remote only. That's flavorful. I do think not every remote only card is an offsite. Yeah, this one wasn't, but this one's a lot older. Okay, let's edit. So let's cut the stuff that makes sense and doesn't make sense. So things that make sense. Francifia, no. Bachlan, no. Iru was fine. Hannah was fine. Juli was really good. Did we do 3 Juli? 2 Juli? Maybe that's fine because I don't want to have a 3 of a unique card. Is that all we're changing? Wait, we still have 1 influence? So Juli's whenever you spend a click on a resource, right? Yeah. 3x Juli and Smartware, so much value. I mean, the Smartware was a consideration. Oh wait, we have to cut all the meetings, so we do have a lot more slots. So we actually can like straight play Sure Gamble. 3x Juli and Smartware, she's unique. I don't even know if we play Smartware. Hold on. So let's go to the resource section. We can just search the click clause. We'll do X click, I think should work. Okay. Yeah, 2 Juli was fine. I could believe that. So telework is not awful to job if we want like clickless uninteractive money. C3X Nuka, yeah, but Nuka empties in like 1.5 turns. Like Nuka is fine. Juli has to go in like 4 turns. There's no way to speed her up, but a lot of times Nuka is in 2 turns, so it's like totally acceptable. Smartware is like mid. We weren't a gamble. No, we weren't, because slots. It's like really, really hard. But you see how like low to the ground our economy is. Like there's a chance 2 Chesva's economy, we could play 3 sure gambles. But like we were in the midpoint. Like our economy was like fine-ish. Light Defier is not the worst card. Debbie, we don't have enough run events. Maybe we just play 3 sure gambles and see what we learn. Like maybe this is fine. I think we don't have enough multi-axis. I think that's gonna be an issue. But like say now this draws this. Is this better? This is like sleepy. This is like not particularly any deck. It's weird that we're on 3x boomerang. We don't see them. Okay, we draw once, that's fine. We do sure gamble, class act, alarm clock for fear, credit. Draw 4. I guess that was too many clicks. Here we can do boomerang transfer probably, which is nice. But this isn't doing anything for us. Like this just seems like a Sable deck. We've drawn nothing interesting. But number 2 gets an MU Safecracker for the KK scoop. I don't think we want to do that. I don't think that actually does anything for you. 1xB? I don't want to play Beatrice. We're talking about Beatrice, right? I don't think I want to play her. Unless you're thinking about Devadatta. Yeah, I think you're saying Devadatta. I could see Devadatta a bit more to give us a bit of multi-access. Yeah, maybe Devadatta. Yeah, maybe. But what card is that better than? Yeah, B being Devadatta or Beatrice was a hard read sometimes. Maybe we can cut the DECKLISTS. Like, it sucks that we have very little multi-axis. The other option is we could do jailbreaks and have a bit more central pressure and then play the Pretty Mary. That's also an option that I don't mind. I'd call it D. That's D. Yeah, I could see us also going the other way. Like playing full jailbreaks, 1 Pretty Mary. You probably should spend the influence on Rent Riders with as discount Juli open market. Rent Riders are better than sure gamble. I don't think like the problem with this deck is that there's so many things you want to do. And even if we have all that down, spending 2 clicks to gain 7 credits is not that much better. Like we could play telework, which is a clickless 3 credits. Like the problem with Red Riders is just the flexibility. Like trying to find a turn in which you have this time to only get money is really, really, really difficult. Hold on, I gotta ban that. I don't know. I'm very, very, very hesitant for how fast the game is that you can't really afford this. D's is also B's. Yeah, D's is B's. Maybe we do just play a buy and now they're on double Chesva. I think that's actually probably fine. Red Riders didn't see enough usage in my case compared to a friend of a friend. Why would we play Friendo? Friendo is click for 9 and take a tag, which is not good. Click for 5 and remove a tag is okay. We don't have that many ways to get a tag besides transfer. But if we install this for 2, take a tag, and then remove a tag for 5, like, I don't know if we want that. It's 3 for Naz, though. I mean, we could try it. I'm pretty sure buy bans will be a bit better. Let's try it. Like, what are we going to learn if we don't try it? Actually, no, our money's good. Is Rent Riders a job? It's a connection, so we can install it even cheaper. What if we did Friendos and Manuel? I don't think we have enough ways to give ourselves tags. If we had more ways to give ourselves tags, I would like this. But we just don't have enough good ways to give ourselves tags. And then if we're doing Manuel, we probably have to play, what's her name? The neutral one that clears tags. I'd cut Nuka. Yeah, I'm so hesitant to cut Nuka. I'm really hesitant to cut Nuka. Oh, that's a great opening hand. Holy crap. Open market, red team, run central. Wait, open market, red team, Juli, run central, next turn, knickknack. Like, that is such a good hand. We need to keep this dream alive. Man, Juli's actually kind of doing it for me right now. It seems really fun. Sorry, we had a cool idea there. Oh yeah, Rent Riders as an option. We'll try it. Australia Post delivered my copy of Rebellion without rehearsals, so I can do mini startup now, Core and All of Liberation. Oh, that's sick. Enjoy. Friend was the safety valve for the use of transfer tag punishment and added value for times I got Valentina in hand. Yeah, that's the one that I would consider playing if we're doing that with Valentina. But I don't think the meta requires you to play Valentina, and our deck doesn't. So I'll try Rent Riders because it's cute. I don't believe in it. We'll try 2 gambles. Let's give this a shot. Behold Games might have some elevation in stock. I want to build 3x Juli and Seb. Man, trying to figure out what you can do on your turn with 3 Hannah, 3 Juli would be like Hannah Juli is just absurd. So good. That deck, that matchup, we could have had a Penny Shaver down. You know how many like good runs we made? Penny Shaver would have been perfect. And hopefully the 2 Chesva helped against Glacier. We're not a corp deck. Well connected, no meetings. Okay. So at the old apartment, we used to have a Christmas tree in the background around this time of year. And this room doesn't have it. The Christmas tree is actually right behind that door, but it's in the public space, which for Maddie loves the Christmas tree. So she's so much more happier that it's like in where she spends more of her time than in the studio. So instead, for the holiday season, if you haven't noticed, we have a Christmas C stand. It's just as nice, even shinier. But yeah, that's how we're going to decorate. This room is slowly getting decorated. It's still kind of sparse. I wish it was better. The lighting is like so unfortunate because the walls are like this, it's beigeish white, off-white. And then the color of the lamp, like I look like pale. It's all not great. I'll try and figure it out slowly. I probably should hang stuff up on the wall behind me, like art and shelves and stuff, but we'll get there. Good call. I'll see what I can get a refund for the elevation pack I bought from SG 2 months ago. Proposed deck name could have been an email. Christmas C stand is amazing. I mean, when in Rome. We all gather around the C stand every holidays. Ooh, PD. This could be really quite fast. I don't recognize the name. Checking out the hand. Thanks, you too. So this could be core damage. This could be like foot gun. This could just be like mid-range Glacier. We have no pinholes. Pinholes probably should be in the sure gamble slot. He mulled, which makes me want to kind of mull. Class act is not awful. Mag Electric might like give a cool play, but they always ice up HQ. Penny Shaver's not bad, but I'm going to mulligan this to see different cards. That seems better, like strictly the same, but better. So we're probably just going to do pressure, 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 and then class act. The C and C stand stands for Christmas. I don't know if you knew that, Eric. I don't know if we have to Gamby first. There's no ice that really hurts us here. Says the guy going to take a core damage. I don't install Chesva first, I don't think. There's not that much in HQ I imagine we're trashing, so I'm just going to send it to HQ. They mulled, so they probably have an agenda in hand. So we're going to put the pressure on. Force a Maskarovka res. Okay, so this is a really good res. So this is probably a mid-range combo, like 3 nano management. That's a good res. So obviously, how did I miss it? That's scary. This could mean they're the mid-range, or could be like they're playing the Zomdraft deck that Zomdraft is playing at the showdown. So I think we just do Sure Gamble Class Act credit. And hopefully we find a Boomerang Transfer. Found a Boomerang Transfer. Damn, he's good. Second Class Act is actually not the worst. This is a matchup where the Docklands will go hard. So next turn we just do Boomerang. Docklands Boomerang Transfer. Clear tag. Maybe we want to draw. I can't believe we drew the Boomerang and the Transfer next to each other. Hannah would be really good here. If only we could tutor it with Meeting of the Minds. Okay. So they can't res this too easily. Okay, hold on. What do we think this is? I think we think this is a humanoid, so they can't duck the transfer. So I think we just do Docklands Boomerang Transfer, run the remote server float a tag. Managarm, Skunkworks. Sure, hope it does. I'll trash this now. Red level, yeah. So this is full fast advance combo. We have to run the remote server to trash a humanoid. They could have done the humanoid trick this turn. It's a wage workers. I think that's the most important card to trash. We have bounce back with gamble. So we did spend a lot of money there, but here they probably have to RLC to get back in the game. I think the deck is only on like 1 or maybe 2 Managarms, so knowing where that is really important. Because this deck is probably not on defensives. Tranquility is another thing we have to deal with. Oh, little fully up. That's nice. Now we have to worry about Drafter, because Drafter bringing any of these cards back is not good for us. We'll draw first. Red team or Kurapira? Kurapira into this is really expensive. Red team is like kind of fun. Not having the Kurapira would kind of suck. We are still tagged, unfortunately. So we could do like Juli red team. I'm like really scared of face checking to HB. The face checks are really bad. Like a Drafter face check is game losing here. We want to find a revolver. So we could do Juli red team. This costs us 5. We run archives, we go up to 3. The thing is like we can't do the sure gamble first. if we want the Juli this turn, which maybe we don't do the Juli this turn because we use our as. So maybe we do sure gamble red team run archives. But then we're spending this like two. I mean, if puts R&D pressure. It sucked that it was red team in the Kurapir. Maybe Kurapir was always correct. Maybe with Kurapir and Chesva, yeah, I was always correct with this DECKLISTS. Man, the face check here. Really, really rough if it's a drafter. But would they draft a remote? Maybe it's an MIC. Maybe we do just check this. If it's an MIC here, they can't res. If it's a drafter, we have 2 clicks. Yeah, I'll check it first. Ah. So bad. If it's a Tranquility, we also don't have the credits to trash it. We definitely could have sure gambled there first. I was like trying to double click through a drafter here. The Managerm got added to HQ. Oh, so they don't install it. Yeah, no stress. So they're going to install it. Yeah. Sorry. No, I'm a mess. Yeah, what are you meant to do here? Like, they can't res MIC. Generally, you want MIC, you don't want to run the hero. I want to have 2 clicks so that we can double click Managerm. But if we trash the Managerm, we can't deal with the gamble. Fully up goes back. Managerm goes to the remote server. So I think we double click and then we just pay only for the remote. Yeah, now they're bankrupt. So if it's a humanoid, we could just walk away here. They can't do anything on 0 credits. How do we get back in the game though? Like if we double click this, we just trash the humanoid or steal the agenda. They're bankrupt, but they have a fully op. So fully op incentivizes to trash all of this. Think you let them res and bounce off the Managerm? If we trash all of it, they don't have fully op. There's some value there. But yeah, maybe we just do red team run our R&D, and if they trash the red team with the tag, we don't care. Because they can't do anything with this. But they're going to fully op back into the credits. What are they protecting though? If it's a humanoid, we need to deal with it. I'm in. Midnight 3. Okay, good. We can trash this for 3, go to 3. Next turn, we can do credit gamble. And now they don't have a fully out play. I think this is okay. I was expecting that to be a humanoid. We can also do credit red team, run archives. But with the fully up in hand, I think we're incentivized to flush the remote server. Yeah, I think discarding the Kurapir might have been wrong. Now we need a revolver draw, or we need a boomerang to charge this. We still know where the Managerm is. The face checks into drafter, like they are as bad as I think they are. That's always good to know. Just click to 3, okay. So we can do credit red team run archives clear tag. Not a great turn. We definitely want to draw, so maybe we do draw. Both of these are good. I think Nuke is a bit better. I think we just do credit gamble. If they're on greasing, they're on greasing. They can greasing a luminal if they have it. At least it clears our tag. There's a small fully op just for credits. Okay. Hedge, they're back in the money. Okay. So this could be anything. They're pushing. They clearly have a seamless in hand. Missing as, yeah, I know, but what can you do? Unless we want to float the tag and install a full Nuka, which maybe they won't trash it. So they jam this with no advancement. So they have a seamless. So this could easily be the agenda. So I think we just do Nuka draw. And then our turn is dependent on what this is because it sees 4 cards. Okay, boomerang, perfect. So now I think we just do boomerang, run the remote server. I'm actually going to keep double boomerang. I don't think we want Cat's Cradle in the matchup. The only thing code gates we're expecting are MIC, which we don't break for any amount of money that makes sense. So I think we just do boomerang, run the server. We really need to figure out a window to get the Juli down. Yeah, midnight 3 makes sense. They have seamless in hand. So on game point, they flop, so they defo have Scatterfield. Yeah, we do break Scatterfield for a lot of money that we can't really afford. Like, I don't know. I don't want to install the Cat's Cradle because I think we break it for like 5 credits. I don't think we can do it. We're gonna do a new remote server. This is an MIC or a Brawn. So with 2 midnight 3s out, I don't know what we're scared of. They trashed the Nuka. I think we're okay with that. So we can maybe pressure both centrals here. Juli is two. This is where Juli's bad. Because Juli is now 2 credits for a click now, but maybe better later. Because we could do red team, Juli, run archives. We should draw first. Class Act is good. We really need our guy. Maybe we should play 2 copies of Superman. I don't love running archives here. At least it's clickless. Let's see what they do here. This could be anything. Midnight 3 is humanoid. Okay. So now we pressure HQ. They have reason to ice every server now because red team is good pressure. I think we just do Boomerang HQ. We've seen 2 agenda points. A lot of cards on the table. Wage workers into something is the issue. They have to have the operation here. Huh, we have a lot of choices this turn. But 2 ice is a real struggle. Looks like it's not going to be the case. No operation. So their hand is seamless and some garbage. Okay. We can always red team archives clicklessly. So we're up 3 credits. We can then boomerang run HQ, but then we don't have a boomerang. Once 2 boomerangs are in the deck, we can draw. We can install. I think we always start with this. Clickless gain 3 is. Lamau. That's very funny. Cool. That's a way better run, it turns out. Clickless 3 versus lose a click. Okay, so Boomerang run HQ is a possibility. We know they have a seamless in hand. We could also just like hard call Boomerang here. If it's a Brawn, we click through it. So we could do Hannah, Boomerang run the remote server. That might be more important. But it's MIC, we want to do it here because we go to 3-2, we run, we can lose a click. Oh, but then they could throw the MIC at us. I think we're happy about that. All right, let's see what happens. It's a scatter field, perfect. Oh, I should have done the bottom. Luminal, I mean, I feel like we called it. So we don't know what this is. We could full send it, but he could always rescue it. We're on game point. HQ has points in it. This could be another agenda, but this could just be a wage workers. Obviously, that's a good hit. Draw. I mean, it looks like our whole deck is boomerang.deck, so we'll take it. And then I think we just draw again. I don't think we need to hand a click here. We have so many clicks banked up. Next turn, we could go low and do Penny Shaver run archives. That's a humanoid. Okay, that's fine. So now they're really incentivized to ice up archives. I think it's the most important thing for them to do here. Unless we top deck our Superman. Baz cosplay with the boomer spam? I know, but hey, it's not like Baz is not as cosplay. This is as erasure. So we don't know what any of these are. We know they're still seamless in hand. RLC, okay, so they could get ice on archives here. They have to have agendas in hand. Actually, 2 for 6, 18 points. If there's one on the table, okay. Ooh, Scatterfield's low now. Did someone say Baz cosplay? Yeah, let's go. All right, Spin Doctor, they're resing it right now to get 6 in hand. I don't know why they res it right now. If they didn't res it, we have some confusion. I don't know why they would res that right away. Maybe because they have another Spin Doctor on the table, but this res doesn't make a lot of sense because they just told us what this is, and there's no reason to do that. All right, so we do Penny Shaver. We lock down 2 of our credits onto this, and we use our As ability. We can run Red Team. This will have 2 credits on it technically, and then Red Team will give us 3. Half of that's clickless. They can definitely score an agenda here. Like, we don't have to be on the gas the whole time. I think we click the draw first to see what happens. I mean, you do know I like my boomerangs. It seems really powerful. They should have iced up archives by now, I think. I mean, one of these is a win condition, but I do think playing the table is a bit more powerful here. Like, I think they have to have points in hand. So I think we'll keep the second boomerang for HQ. So maybe we don't install the Penny Shaver. Maybe we do. If we install the Penny Shaver, we go down to 0. We run archives around 3. Then we can boomerang. We can class Red Team HQ. Yeah, let's just try and send some damage. This is fun. This is doing what we're able to do. Maybe not so much playing the matchup. We can force out the spin doctor. I think we might as well, unless we're going to be running this server. Like we could boomerang this for 2. We could Hannah it. We're going to make a successful run. We're accessing with 1 credit. I'm okay with that. What do we think this is though? Like either it's a humanoid, which we can trash on 1 credit, or it's a wage workers, which we can't trash. We get a penny shaver for our thoughts. I don't really want to hunt down this spin doctor. It doesn't do anything. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what agenda. I think we run HQ here. Maybe they put 2 agendas on the table, but I don't think we do. Yeah, wager trank. I don't think we actually should check this. I think I'll just run HQ. Maybe it's worth keeping this, but we only have 1 suit man in our deck, so. This sees 2. There's no reason not to run that spin. It's not always. Oh, second Managarm. I don't think we can afford that. Okay, good game. Sick. Wow. Oof. Just boomerangs all day. Yeah, I just drew all them boomerangs. Breakers, what breakers? Yeah, you're right. We definitely run it for free. Like we get the, if they don't trash it, we get the penny shaver. Yeah, it looks like it. I was really worried you'd ice archives. Oh, right. So, right. This deck has no big ice. Oh, right. I think I know this list. It has no big ice. Yeah, if this is the one that Zomsdraft was playing, like the biggest ice is like Scatterfield. Yeah, this is a full foot gun. So there's no bronze, there's no MICs. Everything is like 3 credits and lower. So yeah, the boomerangs break absolutely every single thing. Which is pretty wild because we kept drawing those boomerangs. So it was a wage, we called it, and it was an Inkatan. Okay. So yeah, there's no reason running this, which I think we surmised. This was hard to deal with because you can install 2 boomerangs and we know our decoder's on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, we just try and siege centrals. Nicely done. Thank you. This felt cool. It still felt like slow. Like, I don't know. We're like so dependent on our opponent not like icing archives. If our opponent iced archives, we're cooked, right? Like our breakers are not there. Red team doesn't do anything. Yeah, pushing out the 2 agendas that soon looked like things were a bit rough. Yeah, we could tell if they're pushing out this midnight behind 1 ice, like on top of, it was just like a drafter into midnight. That is very, very suspicious that their hand is bad. I do think they have a seamless for sure, but yeah. I like the call that we made on the Managarm. Thanks for the game. Yo, floating, how's it going? Got lucky you missed the 2 cents early on. Oh, wow. Hey, GG. Cheers. So yeah, we missed 10 the messages on HQ on our Docklands runs. Docklands was good. Corp. That's kind of cool. I think we can do one more. Oh, I'm a runner. That's a fun matchup where you don't have a lot of time to do like goofy stuff. So it's like really important that you make your engine as efficient as possible, as quickly as possible. Which like, yeah, competitive Netrunner, all that, I guess. If only we could put a Fedora in the deck though. Anyone is welcome. System Gateway beginner teacher decks. Oh, that's really cute. I wonder how long you have to idle to find a game there. That's sick. Just hanging out, trying to teach people online. It's on my bucket list to like answer one of the at mentor, like teach me the game GLC calls. I always get pinged for that and I never have time to do it. I like teaching this game a lot. Hopefully it's obvious. Tadahoshi. And so I didn't particularly feel like Mr. O'Brien was necessarily a contributor here. I think if we had Brian, we were popping off. I think Brian would have been so good for us. Thule. Okay, so this is like find Hannah, find Penny Shaver, be cool. You know what deck features a tutorable Fedora? Hey, best of luck, have fun. Someone recently posted a Thule deck. I don't remember what it was. We have Juli, we have Open Market, we have Mag Lecture, we have Clean Getaway. So wait, does this deck have a, do we still have, oh, we cut our tech. We cut our solidarity badge. Pause the strings into your hand. Okay, cool. So I do think if this is Thule, we're assuming it's assets. So we want to get our Hannah down. It's a 1M, so it's not like worth mulliganing into. We want to get our early econ. So we want to, Hannah would be really good. Knickknack would be really good. Even a red team for Centrals would be really good. So I'm going to mulligan this. Open Market Juli's fine. Clean Getaway's fine. They mulled, so we're allowed to mull. That's a fair bit better. Do you think the game is as fun as actually playing it to me? Yes, it's such a cool game. All right, let's be there for now. Okay, so we have a fair bit of central pressure, as small as like Open Market Class Act. But if you ever see me play against Thule, a lot of the times we just play fundamentals. We just click for credits, run the table. Red Crim hand spotted? Yeah, you don't see our obvious as deck here. You don't see our Meeting the Minds connection deck. What are you talking about? Yo, we should play Sable. There's also a chance that this deck would just be better in Sable. Like, how many as credits did we actually make last game versus how many times would we have ran our mark and got a click back we could have clicked for a credit? Like, at least as is guaranteed. I really hope they don't do anything on the table so we can just like sit up and do nothing. I'm also not 100% sure if you should be emptying the open market as fast as possible or whether you want to keep a credit on it to be able to knick-knack. But with one knick-knack, that seems really silly. Oh, wow. Tiny fully up. How bad is their hand? I think we do nothing. Okay, we have Nuka, that's good. Bravado, open market, penny shaver. These are all great. Bravado is the least necessary card here, I think, because I don't want to face check and take core damage. Yeah, flop click for credit. I don't think I've seen that in a long time. I don't know if their hand is really bad and this is better than discarding a card. It tells us something about their deck, right? No boomerang. Do we think they're on trend setting? It's not unlikely. It's not unlikely, but we know nothing besides their HB efficiency. Okay, second fully up. This one's gonna be better. Okay. No boomies in sight. And by that, I mean boomerangs. By my reckoning, we're getting the discount 2/3 of the time, which is pretty worthwhile. I reckon it's pretty worthwhile. I reckon is also what I would say. Oh, Chezo's really good in this matchup. So I think they can have whatever this is. Why not just click for one and pitch the flop? Because this is cooler? You're not wrong, but like, let it rip. Put those cards in your deck. I'm going to do Chesva first. This seems strange, but the idea is if we find an agenda, we can pay it with Chesva. And we still have credits to do this. So we've done our thing. Rego. I mean, anytime that you see a Rego in the deck, it's usually important. I hate trashing off of R&D. But hey, we got that going for us. We've already installed the thing. We haven't drawn, so I'm going to last click draw like a chump. Next turn, we're going to install Nuka draw, so maybe we just click for credit. Open market, we might as well install that. Okay, because we're going to install Nuka anyways next turn to get our value. You sometimes want to uninstall one thing a turn with as, but Carmen, get Carmen. I don't know if we want to get Carmen. Like if we're assuming it's to be Jaguarundis, like we're installing Carmen for 3 just to have the ability to break a Jaguarundi for 4 or 3. Like, if anything, we'll get a revolver. Getting Carmen's more important than draw. I don't love rushing down breakers. With 3 boomerangs, I don't think it's super important. And if we would get a breaker, we would get revolver. I'm not someone who loves rushing down breakers and passing the turn. It unlocks a transfer? Nah, I mean, it could easily be a barrier, like a Hagen. It could be a code gate. Do you want to unlock the transfer? Boomerang. Revolver's cooking if we're up against Jag. It only breaks it a couple times, but it's really good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a rush down breaker criminal prey. I don't think transfer is that impactful. All right, so that could be any defensive. It's probably not Tranquility. Okay, so it looks like they're building a clown car of Hendrix's. We have no pinholes, unfortunately, so we have to play the deck on their rules. There's a revolver, okay. Second class act, just not super important here. Third open market's fine. I'm happy to trade 5 credits for my Cheza. So what's the worst they can do here? I don't know. I don't think they can do anything that bad. I think we just draw and install revolver and chill. Oh, that's fun too. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens here. Second sub doesn't matter, so it breaks 6 times as long as we're not tagged. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the first one doesn't matter. So it's only like a 3 credit break with Carmen. I guess with Chesla, that's a bit better too. The thing is, like, you use the Chesvas in the matchup though, so like saying it's cheaper with the Chesva does not, like, this is the one matchup where you can easily use Chesva off centrals. Okay, they're not pushing. There's no false lead in the game. Spin, they're fixing their hand. Maybe they want a second ice because alarm clock respect when the server's safe. I think that's like a pretty high level thing to do. What was that? Oh, they scored an Elevagar de-raising a spin. Oh, sick. Okay, cool. So they're probably on core damage. So there's no jupe set on the table. I'm going to alarm clock HQ. Let's see what happens. We can double click if we want to. We get a penny shaver here. We get a single. We have Chesva. They don't have a lot of money. Hendrik costs 2, so if they overspend, we can flush the remote. We definitely run the spin doctor, so it kind of sucks that we're running here. Oh, Jesus, they hate us. Okay, this is the deck that's going to have bite in it. So that's not great. We want to keep the revolver. We want to keep the Eero. Do we double click for a single net damage? Like, probably not. We lost the revolver in open market. Fine. I'm gonna... So 1 and 3. I bet you wish you had a Carmen now? No, I don't. It's 1 damage. Who cares? It's 1 damage. I'm not installing my breaker to break 1 damage. Sick. Angelique, they really don't like us. I don't know what we did. Okay, so there's no run event that interacts with this. So we'll just chase this down. Oh no, we could get a Hannah. Hold on. Red team, clean gateway, Nuka, sure gamble. Damn, that's a hand. That's a good ass hand. Oh, that's good. Carmen now? No. We don't need it. It's 1 net damage. It doesn't matter. The clean gateway is probably the worst one. No, it's not the worst. It just doesn't work with red team well. Yeah, I think the red team and the clean gateways are competing. Okay, so we can run server 2. It forces a res. We have an as this turn. Think gamble is the worst? I think the getaway is the worst because I don't know what server we're running that we can't red team it. But it's comparable. Okay, the 2 unknowns in hand. We can install another Nuka. We can install red team and run R&D on 2 credits. There's not much they could res, but we end up taking a core damage because we did it too late. So maybe we do red team run archives, but then again, any agenda, we're cooked. We could get away server 1. I don't think we want to. Oh, actually, no, we probably do here because it's Hendrik. I do think we run the server now because Hendrik can't be double fired here. And if it's Hendrik Angelique, they can't do it. Yeah, we do flush the server when they're in 2. Yeah, clean gateway in the server actually is pretty good right now, unless it's a Managarm. For some reason, you don't have to res Hendrik. I'm not 100% sure why. If it's the Angie, it's 2 credits. If it's the Hendrik, it's 2 credits. It's a Managarm. Okay. So we're gonna end the run there. We don't get a penny shaver. We can run any server, but we end up taking core damage potentially. So I think we're just gonna install Nuka to get the value from it. Next turn we'll have 5 credits to play Sure Gamble if we want to. But they are bankrupt. What did they fully shuffle back? I'm assuming fully ops? Yeah, 2 fully ops. Getting our Carmen now is nice because we can check HQ clicklessly. So I will get our Carmen. Apparently this is worth protecting. Maybe it's just because they don't want us to flush the Managarm for free. Nano etching. Okay, we have to take that down. We cannot let them have this. They spent 2 clicks on 4 credits. That's fine. Emotionally, that's fine. So we just do Sure Gamble. We could draw for the Hannah with the Nuka. I think we do. So they're on 3. The question is whether we want to run this first. I don't know. This is an upgrade for sure. We do know that. No. Okay. So I think we Nuka first. If we get a Hannah, it's okay. Rent Riders. Maybe not the worst. We really want a Juli here. Just trash nano etching last click. What does it matter? It doesn't matter what click we do it on, right? Okay. So if we want to get our value, we can do red team, run archives. Oh, so yeah, it allows us to play Thule. We could do red. Yeah, we really want the Julis here. Maybe we're on 3 Julis. Are we discarding a card? Yeah, we're not discarding a card. We'll wait for the Juli for the red team, I guess. Okay. I wonder if we have to worry about measured response. My guess is this is also a measured response deck. Server 1, I'm still not sure. There's a small chance it's a Jupe stat. I think it is an Angelique or probably a Hendrik. All right, petty. Small money. Let's see if they have enough ice to ice up archives. Otherwise, we'll run archives. We'll get down our killer. So we can start checking HQ. Dawkins would be really good. The free run on HQ alarm clock is like kind of sick. This doesn't get slots in most decks, but like it's really quite nice. I'm not feeling good about this. This would be so much better if it was a solidarity badge. I don't think we need more connection maxing. This card is just so clumsy. Like you see how much difficulty we have sequencing our turn and then trying to find a brick in there. Nightmare Archives is something we also have to watch out for. I don't know. Oh, fuck, I wasn't meant to hit that button. That's okay. It turned out very good for us, actually. I was not intending to hit that button. I guess we clean getaway archives. I was trying to hit the red team. This just gets card out of our hand. I think we're going to run out of cards. So they threw out a ablative. So we can Hannah run server 4. If it's a bite, we can panic it. If the bite hits the Carmen, we have no more killers. It's not good. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's a trap. It feels like a trap. It's a nano etching. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see if they score a trend setting or something. Or they start jupe setting us for like 7 credits. This is really, really good in the matchup. Now we get some cheap HQ runs, which is good. I don't know if a transfer is super impactful. Pinhole is so good. Like Pinhole, man. Ooh, Hollowman. Oh, it's a salvo and a Hollowman? No way. Onto, oh, fine. Happy. Sick. Okay, that was only worth 2 points and we've learned so much. We can now flush the server. Okay, that was really, really good. So I think we just run twice, a basic run and a transfer run. Oh, the alarm clock turns off the red team. Wait, I kind of hate that. Hold on, wait. This is a bad run because we end up taking a core damage sometimes. Because we have 3 credits. No, it's perfect. Never mind. Yeah, skunk works. Okay. So what are we trying to do here? We need to get money. Either we click for 7. Wow, Juli's really good. I think we just transfer there and then we run server 1. We get the money first, so we're not worried about taking core. What do we just hit in the hand, Managram? Okay. Same card. If we had more Chesva credits, we would trash this. Okay, so we can handle the remote now. We haven't drawn yet. We might as well take these credits. Okay, what are we trashing this for? This is 2 clicks and then we spend 5. No, so we can just handle the remote server. In theory, they could run a barrier, like an ablative. I think we're okay if they do that. They throw out an ablative, so maybe this is like one of the 3 cost code gates, like a scatter field. Okay, no, further, okay. We'll double click here, I think. So I guess we just clear the tag. Measured's not online. We could get oppoed slightly. I think hand is going to be worth so much. Clicks are so valuable in this matchup. So we're pretty sure this card costs more than 2. If it was an ablative, they would snap res. If it was a white space or penny shaver, what's it called? Fly swatter, they'd snap res, I'm pretty sure. But we have free runs on HQ. We just need to, actually, it's like not easy to run HQ because of red team. We could end up taking a core damage, but they have the agendas. They're not going anywhere. It's just where like we install our rent riders and just crack it. I don't think we do it without Juli. Oh God, we're wasting so much value not hitting Juli every turn. 3 credits in the remote server. They are still trying to hurt us. We run HQ, we can take a core damage because we're short of credit. I don't think we run HQ. I want to click for credit though. I guess we red team archives first. We should red team HQ next turn because of Thule text. We get these credits first, right? Yeah. So we can do it first. They didn't res last time. Yeah, we'll start with HQ. I think you don't alarm clock a red team every server this turn. I don't know if we have to red team R&D. We know that this could be a Managarm. We have so much Penny Shaver credits. Petty cash. Okay. They chose. Oh, they couldn't play it. If we hand the remote, we can end up with a tag. Start with archives for core money. We get the money first, so we don't actually have to worry about it. We can hand the remote. If we need to get a breaker, we get a breaker. If it's a mana garden, we can double click and pay 5. I don't know what this is. It's bad if it's a Hendrick, actually, because it loses our whole turn. I guess they lose 2 credits and they can't play their petty cash. They're thinking about it? No, they're not. Many? Elevagao, okay. I forgot we have to consider those. So I think we just draw for class act. Install rent riders for 1? But then we're stuck at the we can't alarm clock. So I think we don't draw? Are we wasting as? So we could this rent riders doesn't make sense. We have a penny shaver. No, I think we just draw a penny shaver. I mean, Chesva's really good, but transfer is going to goof their game up. Man, we should have drawn first. I don't think we need the Chesva. Transfer is going to ruin them. I think we'll take 12 or take 11. Okay, we're in control. They scored an Onto from hand, so their hand on the table for the Holloman, so their hand can't be great. So they're back in the money with the petty cash. We need to make sure they're sub 3 next turn. Not really important, but we have a transfer, so why not? We want to find our Docklands. We want to find our Wake. I don't know what ice they can present that we're worried about. Like probably Jaguar. The fact that they have to do petty cash draw, like it's the worst sequencing, but you have to do it because the text on petty cash. I hope it's not like teaching people wrong. Like, oh, hedge fund draw. Okay, ice on HQ, that's totally fine. We will run it. There's no bad face check here. Like if they fire another anemone, they can't bite us. Bite is the one thing we have to be worried about. We break all sentries. Jaguar's just annoying because it takes a click, yeah. We either like double alarm clock it if we're on threat. I think it's threat 4 though. Maybe it's not. There's no way of knowing. No res, okay. So maybe it's an expensive one. Or they want to keep their petty cash. No, thanks for asking. Alarm clock's only the first, right? It's not 1, it's the first. Yeah, the first. Okay, so you can't choose. Single. Onto, I mean, yeah. Okay, we haven't found core damage yet, like Nightmare Archives. They're probably on them. I don't think we know anything about the hand. Because all we knew is the petty cash. Eru is online and will be an issue for them, but like taking, it's very click intensive, the way that interacts with Thule. We'll draw. Kurapir is probably the play. And like just install Rent Rioters? Yeah, maybe this is a turn that we just mutual for a Code Gate Breaker. I don't see us needing this Rent Rioters. Yeah, maybe we just do mutual for a Cat's Cradle, install out breakers and hang out. I'm okay with that. Pass. I don't love getting my breakers down, like the sort of siege engine. Like we can put on pressure without installing 5 credits worth of cards. I don't love it. Not that like our breakers are even that good. Like, yeah, sure, we break ablative, but who cares? Next turn, transfer them? Probably not. Because if we transfer them, they just res a Brawn or an MIC here. And then the transfer doesn't do anything. Like we don't transfer unless they push. Because we're pretty sure this card costs about 5, 4, maybe 6. So the transfer is not particularly good. Right? Maybe they didn't res it because of they wanted to petty cash out of it, but like my read is that this is a bit more expensive. Like now we just fork them. We still just alarm clock HQ. If they res a Brawn, we let it fire. If we res an MIC, we double click it. We don't want to transfer. We want them to spend money. We shuffle our deck too, which is good. Oh, maybe we could transfer here. I don't think so. I think we just run HQ. We have 6 credits. Should be fine. We have to worry about like a BOAC res. Like they could res a BOAC with Elevagao. I think we're okay against it. Like they're clearly playing some weird stuff. We also want to watch out that we don't hit like a transfer into a bite. I guess then they can't fire the bite. It's just a drafter. Okay. That's very expensive for us. Double bypass saves us 4 credits. Second Chesva is necessary at this point. Yeah, I don't like installing out breakers. I don't think it was the play. Spending 5 credits for this doesn't help us. Definitely transfer now. I don't know. I don't think we can run this back. This is also not even a red team. Like, if we hit an agenda here, it sucks. Seamless. Okay, that's kind of scary. So we have our whole turn. Honestly, I would consider Rent Riders. Get them to 0. We can't afford to break it again. Like, this could be a regolith. We know they're on it. Like, I think maybe we just run server 1. We have regolith money. We can red team R&D here probably, actually. I think we red team R&D, then we'll run the remote. Click shaver, run remote. I'd rather keep this off for as long as we can. Like, we don't need more than 3 credits for the remote. Okay, well now we have to pay for that. Annoying. Now Measured's online, but they don't have the credits. We have 4, so we're expecting to break a Jaguar here. It doesn't give us enough credits. So like, now we probably penny shaver, hand of the remote. This beats, what's it called? This beats Hendrick. If they're on big old salvos, we're in a good spot. I think this is the Managarm, right? Yeah. That's, oh no, that's not fine. We have to take this down or we take a tag. Yeah, I should have realized immediately it's the Managarm. Well, they're on 1 credit, so I think we can do this. This actually might be a Rent Riders, unironic Rent Riders next turn. So if we walk away from this, we take a tag. It's not the worst thing. But we have to pay 8 to deal with this. We get a penny shaver back. Yeah, whatever. They can't measure us meaningfully. Have we drawn this turn? I don't think we have. I guess we could red team Archives. There's no risk there. Yeah. I think we'd be in a really good spot if this Rent Riders was a Solidarity Badge. Like getting the class act clicklessly, really, really good. I'm still not convinced this deck is best in As. Like, we fired As maybe 4 times. Maybe 5 times. But like, I don't know. It might not be right. It sucks to say it. It might not be right. I don't think it's a Baz deck. But like, maybe we are just better off in Sable. Like, I hate to say it. Prototype? Okay. Well, we'll just run that down. They didn't res this on 3. So this just wastes everyone's time kind of equally. This is 2 clicks for 2 credits. Fine. Because they install it, they res it for 1. Yeah, it's 2 clicks for 2 credits. Boomerang, transfer, Hannah, remote. Yeah, they're on 4 credits. Boomerang saves us a bit. We break for 1 instead of 4. Yeah, I don't mind it. They can't hit us with anything meaningful. They can't bite us. Yeah, I like Boomerang transfer. I think it's very hard to value, but 1 credit goes a long way since the earlier savings lead to better long-term options. Oh, for sure. But like, it's super comparable to like getting a click back from Sable. I don't know. It changes how they ice up. Like there's things to be said on both sides of the table. But I'm not, it doesn't feel amazing. It really does not feel phenomenal. I don't know if the JNet log tells you after how many you've saved, but like I play a lot of As, and even there's some As decks that don't make sense. This might be one of them. This is such a huge value run. Show us Seamless. Okay. They have no money. Shuffle back. So we just do draw, remove tag. Man, a Juli by now would have been so damn good. Yes. Just in time. I don't know if we're coming to the 3x Juli club, but we've gone through more than half our deck without finding one. What can they do here besides like hopefully have a fully op? We know they're on Seam. All right, another click for 2 clicks for 2 credits. Yeah, the transfer is just like, I don't know. It's okay. It might not honestly been that good. Like we have to do boomerang and transfer, and then we have to clear the tag. Like it just means the game doesn't go anywhere. Like we're not in a better board state than last turn. They're not in a better board state than last turn. We just need to find our second Shezwa. clickless. Let's go. You just time walk them? Yeah, I don't think it was that important. They're not doing that much. Fully up. Okay, well, we have to flush this down, obviously. They're in 4 credits. I'm not scared of anything on 6 credits. Can we break every ice on 4? Yeah, I think so. Worst case would be 5, 6, 7. Worst case exactly would be Scatterfield. We get Penny Shaver value? No, for sure. It's slightly better because of the Penny Shaver. It's not amazing. I think we draw for Bravado. No, we need the credits up front. Okay, if this is a, what's it called? A white, the code gate. If it's a Scatterfield, we have to get the strength. We can let them install. I think actually we care about the install. So we break this for 3, 4, 5. We have to trash this for 6, 7. So I guess we do just Penny Shaver. It's fine. We have to constantly be playing around measured. I think that's how we're going to lose, is not playing around measured. Like here, they can do single measured. So we have to make sure we have 4 cards in hand or enough money. Scatterfield can't res? Melanomi, how's it going? Why not? Isn't it 3 credits? Holy shit. Okay. I guess those cards are gone. I see why they haven't resed it before. Because the Cat's Cradle attacks. Oh my god, you're right. Wait, is Scatterfield 3 or 4? I haven't played a lot of it. Alright, so we have to hope they don't have... Like, we just do draw. I wonder if we actually panic Anna. It is 4, okay. Because they could hit us with Angie. Melanomi, are you working on a card game? It was mentioned. Oh, there's the Chezzo. That's great. It was mentioned earlier today. I bet. No, I think Cat's Cradle is 4. I'm not 100% sorry. I think it's 4 with Cat's Cradle, yeah. It's out. Yeah. It was brought up. I think it showed up on drive-thru cards. Your name, I knew nothing about this, but I'm going to look into it. Congratulations. That's sick. Really, really cool. Lane Basics Vandal dual card game with tiny witches and devastating spells. We still good? Yeah. Click for 3. Card in archives. Okay. No. Install next Chesva. Here, like, we can just do nothing. Ask Patrick, he has a copy. Oh, sick. Okay, cool. Wake is good. I don't want to do damage. We can de-res a drafter. I'm going to take the Wake. We'll play it eventually. We'll draw. Okay. I think we just run R&D. I wish we could make it clickless. They can't fire damage. I wonder if we don't play the Bravado. I don't think we're going to need 2 Chesvas on this run. I think we'll just run R&D for single. We have a panic and gain 2 clicks button, which is so funny. With Juli. Spin. Gone. We can run back, but we take a core, so let's not. We didn't install anything. I'll just keep drawing. Cool, that's good. Only have 15 cards left in our stack. They have to have agendas. I think it was just Chesva Wake. It could be. I think that closes the game faster, but not in a way that actually really matters. I think installing the Chesva is actually right there, so we can consider running HQ first click, because now the alarm clock is dead. Because I don't want to run HQ unless we have double Chesva for the drafter. So I think that was the mistake, is not committing. I actually don't even like installing trashing Spin Doctor. Like, there's nothing we really care about them shuffling back. They just draw a different card. Yo, Rohit, how you doing? Okay, fully up there in 4. We have to watch out for Table Bite. We have to watch out for Measured. They're definitely trying to hurt us. If they're playing Angelique, so like, and Anemone, mind you. I wonder if they're also on just like distributed tracing end of line. That also would be really frustrating to lose that. Building a new server, that's a liability, because we can now hand at the server if they don't intend to res it. I'm not sure what this is. If they don't want to discard. But yeah, here now we can hand at the server if they don't res, we clicklessly gain a credit. In fact, we gain a click and a credit on the Penny Shaver. This seems super suspect. If it's a Hendrick, it's our whole turn. So we want to run it 3rd click. They only have 4 credits though. So at least if it's a bite, they don't have much else they can do. I wish I could rearrange these MUs so that our 2 Chesvas are next to each other. It's so less pretty like this. I guess we could stack. I think I turned up stacking. Shouldn't we be on 4 or 5 MU? Yeah, MU is broken. Apparently the latest update that added these options broke MU. How's it going, by the way? Chesva Wake Hannah, server 1. I don't think we need to install the Wake. I think the only way we do lose this is by taking 2 cards out of our hand and hitting a bite. So I'm not going to risk it. We're in such a good spot. Like, we don't have to risk this Wake. Fully up. Okay, so now we want to trash the server. Hannah actually gives us a click. Wait, is Juli optional? No, she's not optional? She's not optional. Ooh, ugly. I want fewer clicks, not more. Okay. I guess we do Penny Shaver, run server 1. Now we have 2 clicks, so Hendrik can take our whole turn. It's not the worst. Yeah, Nightmare Archives. We're allowed to suffer a core here because it makes it onto a 3-2. It's fine. Don't hit the class act. That's fine. No, now we don't have to worry about that. So I think here we just... Their fully up is useless. I think we just install class act credit. Okay. Will we bottom? Boomerang for sure. Take the point? Nah, I want to win off of a salvo. With 2 ontos out, the core damage doesn't matter. If we're on 4 cards in hand, like the only thing they can do is distributed end of line, or they could do, distributed end of line. They don't have clicks to do anything else. The other thing we have to watch out is measured response into Angelique, which as long as we have 8 credits. Like here, we should probably do nothing and wait for them to flood. The good thing is our clicks our runs are free. Losing the point turns off measure response. If that's where, yeah, you're right. You're right. How's it going, Monkey? Yeah, we could strategically do that. But with like red team, we should just be able to run down centrals and see enough accesses. We'll run HQ here. Docklands. We can't Docklands before the alarm clock run, so maybe we don't. Fully op setup. This is a bit of a grind. Like as long as we play safe, they have so much. Like with all the Elevigas out and 2 ontos out, if they want to score, Elevigar, sorry, what's it called? The 5-3. It's gonna be so much work. Do we have info on measure? We saw 2 anemones, assume 3 spins. We saw 2 anemones. We saw an Angelique. She's 2. 3, sorry. We saw Holloman. So like maybe, I think they're more likely to be on bite. But there has to be some sort of burst damage for this deck to make sense. Second ice. Okay, so we know they have seamless. They could seamless out to 6 points, and then the last onto is actually really scary. We could lose that. Yeah, the hand being too seamless makes a lot of sense. If we run on HQ, we use all of this on the drafter. The hand is probably seamless. So this could easily be the 5-3. So I don't know if we check that out. I think we just try and money max. So we probably just bravado R&D. Then either we win and then we swing hand into the remote. I'm not sure this. I'm not reading that. All right. I think we've triple transferred already. Yeah, we have. Third anemone. Okay, wait, we have influence now. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they're not on, they could be on 1 bite maybe, but they're not on measured, I don't think. They're probably not on end of line. So I don't know how they're going to win the game. We have 12 credits. I don't know on the remote server what we can't deal with. We can easily lose our whole turn to an, what's it called? A not care to a Hendrik. If they don't res the super suspect, we could always just jack out. Drafter, okay. That's expensive. But now they can't do anything. We could technically jack out here on 3 credits, we're happy. So now they can't res anything big. Because they can't res. Functionally, any code gate matters. No code gate matters. Jaguar, they could res. Slightly annoying. We still have Panic Cannon. We still have 4 clicks on this turn. Second drafter. Wow, that's actually like the worst possible server for us. Okay. 3 credits still score salvo? Yeah, 3 credits does still score salvo. Onto, okay. We'll pay for it. So now they have no win condition whatsoever. We have to throw out a card, so we could install a Nuka. It's pretty low value. We could do credit, install red team. It's not good. We haven't installed the hardware. I think we just install Nuka. They're drawing Anemone. It's useless. Docklands click Penny. I don't think we need the Docklands. I think we've seen most of HQ. I think their hand, maybe it's only 1 seamless. Maybe we do Docklands click because then we can run HQ next turn. Yeah, that's probably good. It just gets us more accesses here. I want to get the red team up. I think that's the big thing I care about though. Like now we can run HQ clicklessly. Instead of clicking for credits, we definitely should Penny Shaver. I don't know why I'm clicking for credits. Excuse me. R&D, we saw R&D. It was an Anemone now in their hand. So we know their hand is Seamless Anemone. They're on 0 credits, so they don't really have a play here. This is kind of like the Thule issue. For those who didn't play when Thule came out, like every Thule deck just did not have money and ended up in this sort of situation. Not that there's not like great Thule decks, this could be one of them, but like, yeah, if Thule, a lot of HB decks use their ability to like have a game plan, and this is just defensive. And the economy in HB has always been kind of like balanced by the fact that the other IDs make medium economy busted economy. It's really hard to print a non-economic HB ID. Yeah. You're clicking credits of Penny Shaver to farm engagement from Ether? Yeah. Let's say that. Let's say that. Okay. So we see half the hand. Unfortunately, we know half the hand. We know Anemone Seamless. The cool thing about playing DECKLISTS is you'll find out quickly if they're on double Seamless. Andre wants to be in this game for as many turns as possible. It's like, this is the thing. It's like sometimes you just want to play safe. Yeah, it's double Seamless. There's no reason to be aggressive. Like we can just play safe and be okay. Nothing's going to happen quickly. And the only way we lose is by being overly aggressive and then like finding some combination where like we're not used to the deck, or we find like bite into, you know, ganked or whatever. There's just no reason for our matchup to like close this game quickly. All right, we still have a bunch of clicks here. Archives, we're assuming it's a nightmare, so I'm not going to run it. We could take the 3rd core damage, no problem, but then we have to play around perfectly every single measured. Yeah, there's no reason to play risky when they're stuck like this. So we should just take it. Every other agenda has to be more than 1 point. Time's about to be called? Yeah, that too. And we're ahead on points. Jupestat, they can draw that. That's not a good draw. I'm gonna click for a credit. I'm kidding. I'm gonna Penny Shaver. Maybe we just draw actually. Knick-knack, too late. It's funny to watch Meteor go from number 2 to number 1 chatter. You just don't install your Waken plant. You don't pull out your breakers on turn 2. The chat rate goes up. I mean, I don't mind that. Like for what it's worth, I agree with some of Meteor's lines for sure. The other ones that I do disagree with, like it's good. It generates a conversation. So like, yeah, no, if you think there's things that I should be doing or why I'm not doing, like, nah, you can come at me. It's fine. Make a run on HQ. No, we know every card in HQ functionally. We know Anemone, Seamless, Jupestat. I'm not running HQ. Why Red Team Archives now can be a nightmare? It can be a nightmare. It would be the 3rd nightmare, right? Because there's one here, one here. Why no twinning? Because it's influence, and we were doing a connection-based deck, so we just didn't do it. We're trying a new archetype out. I think it's very likely you can make room for a twinning, and then, well, you're playing every single other criminal deck. But yeah, you probably should have twinning in here. Yeah, sorry, there's one more. We have one more Juli in 10. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we're doing. We're just going to see enough cards. I think a lot of their agendas are R&D. There could be one in archives, but like, it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's a Carl. It's a Carl. Sick. Okay, so now they still can't do anything. It's scarier for them not to have money because this could be a bite. But instead, we're going to break a Carl for like, I think free. Oh, it costs us 1 credit. But we get that back with Penny Shaver. And now we can farm. Netrunner's mainly a game about how counting to 3 is harder than it looks. Yo, I've like scored to 6 and popped off and thought I won the game. It's embarrassing. Another Jupestat, you can draw that. Okay, not much we have to do here. Do we click the Penny Shaver? Yeah, why not? I think we just draw. Sure, gamble. Another red team will matter. Your turn. Farm this to Kuro, happy noises? Yeah, well, as much as farming is just buy 3, get 1 free Hakarls. Black Friday deal, it's 12/13. Go buy your board games, y'all. Capitalist holiday, go. So impressive. No Little Games has a Black Friday deal. That sounds so not NSG. All right, so their hand is Jupestat, Seamless, Anemone, unknown card. I do not care. There has to be points here. I think there's like 9 points, unless they have 1 salvo in hand. They might have thrown it out by now. Like we should check archives, take a core damage. I don't think it matters. I bought a full second gaming PC today. No way. What did you buy, Eric? Prices are going high. Like RAM is really expensive. No. Is this to replace the streaming PC? The capitalism one. I mean, it's a powerful force. This could be, in theory, an ablative, which would be annoying. It is an ablative, annoying. We'll see what they bring back. Maybe a spin doctor. We're happy with it. They're back down to 2 credits. Yeah, the RAM price has skyrocketed the last couple of days, right? Like buying a computer right now is really expensive. Hopefully you found something cool. I don't know why we're doing this. Boredom. They can get to you. Like we can jack out here. If they get a spin doctor, maybe we jack out. RAM was the worst part. It's so I can stream games with graphics. Okay. For those who don't know, Eric has been doing the another side channel. Oh man, Eric, I don't know the name offhand. Neon something. Where he's been streaming like Inscription right now. I tuned in from some Slay the Spire. I wasn't logged in chat, but I tuned in. My brother wanted to buy RAM for 140, but now it costs 220. Yikes. RAM used to be like super affordable. Neon Hustle, thank you. Holy heck yes. Melanoma, did you buy RAM? They can install from HQ here, which is fun. It can't be an agenda, but like Spin Doctor could come back. Oh, holy heck yes, Inscription. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, if you want. I don't think Eric has played it, which like so much of Inscription is seeing it for the first time. Nano etching goes onto the table. I mean, okay. So if there's a core damage in here, we think every other agenda. I think we just let this fire. He didn't go for the, like, no, Toshi didn't go for the Spin Doctor. We're assuming that means something. I'm just going to break this for 1 so we can get the cheap core repair counter. But I'm checking out. Plays well enough than Steam Deck. Oh, very good. Inscription's funky. It's a really interesting game. I'm glad my partner really liked it. I'm really happy we played it together. Click 2. I don't care. Nothing else matters. Love Inscription. Yeah, it's very cool. How's it going, by the way, Justin? I have the handcrafted Inscription IRL game set in my design reference library. No way. Like with like the boosters you have to open. So that's a Jupstad. That doesn't matter. Oh, it sets up a fully op. Okay, that's cool. Let's see if they draw cards. No, so they're just setting up a Jupstad, so we just have to run that. I really wish we had the wake now. I only wish because there's only so much time in the day, but like it doesn't matter. Love letter to the medium. Okay. No. So the hand is seamless. This is probably anemone. Oh god, we're grinder. I think we've become grinder. If they res the anemone, they can't bite us, so that's fine. We'll just take the anemone. Full of turkey. Yay, happy Thanksgiving. One of my board game buddies ordered the cards. It's not a game you can play, but they're neat to own. Yeah, they're fun. They're very pretty. That's the same with like Balatro. Pat got me the Balatro cards, and they're just like cool to look at. They were playable for what it's worth, but it's like really cool to see a thing that you've like interacted so much with a game as a physical object. Hey, Helen, how's it going? Hope you're having a nice evening. Yeah, we're jamming. We're jamming a cool Az deck. Hopefully you're doing well too. This is probably our last game of the day. It's already like past midnight. Got work tomorrow. All right, so they can't fire bite. Bite costs 4 because we would die to that. We're very likely to win. I'm just gonna bypass this. I don't care. We probably shouldn't because we're burning all these Chesva credits, but I don't think anything matters. Yeah, good game. GG. I think all the salvos were in there. Yeah, we could have taken one more negative point because there's probably only, I think we can count as all these salvos onto his Elvigars. Maybe there's a Luminal. Thanks for the game. All the salvos in the bottom 10, huh? Oops. Yeah, they never really had more than 9 credits. Ryzen 5 9600. I don't know much about the Ryzen lines. Radeon RX 9600, 9060, same thing. 16 gigabytes GPU in the important bits. Very cool. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, that makes sense. 19 turns? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't have been that long though in person. But yeah, Thule can have that, right? Like, I think there's a lot of like very strong score salvo testing turn 1. They're building an interesting thing that has a bit more like reach in it. I'm not sure what their kill is, but I'm assuming they have a bit of kill in their deck. with all the Nemnes and Luminal. Yeah, Luminal is the last 2-pointer, which is why I didn't want to take another negative so that we can win off a Luminal. But like, I think it's 3, 6, 9 on salvo, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so there's definitely Luminal in the deck. So the bottom of the deck had 11 points and 10 cards. That's the only reason this game was that long. If the agendas were in hand, like, I don't think, respectfully, our opponent had that many ways to jam them onto the table that we weren't checking consistently. Like, this server does suck a bit. That we could have, like, the game would have just been faster. Like, both of us were unlucky. They're in bottom 10. Hey, cheers. Thanks again. Oh, hold on 1 second. Oh, I gotta do this really quickly. I gotta do this. One of these. Okay. Okay, we're not frozen. Okay. Give him hell. Hey, cheers. All right. That's mostly it for us. It's technically Friday. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having a good time. Maybe you have the, I don't know, in the States, do they give you Friday off as well? How does it work? My own version of this has served me well so far. I hope I enjoyed the version of it. It's been cool. So far, like, I don't feel like, okay. I don't feel like this criminal deck is playing that differently than just like playing Sable. Like, it looks like everything we're doing is incredibly reg. I don't know how to unreg this, right? And maybe it's a small card pool, but like the Hannah just seems like a good card. The Knickknack, we did not see it. I love to play multiple Knickknack because I think it's the most flavorful card of this deck. I don't believe in Rent Riders. I think if this was a buy a band, we'd be better off. It was a Solidarity Badge, we'd be better off. The Julies are good if you can find them, that's for sure. But yeah, this just still feels like a red criminal deck. I don't know what to do about it. I think we can cut the Mag Electric at this point. It was really good in that one game, but that might be just like a ridiculous sample point. I'm working tomorrow, con weekend. Oh, well, hey, maybe that's good. Thanks for the stream. Netrunner helped a pretty awful holiday. Working on trying to rekindle my interest after quite an autumn. Helio, hopefully it's going better. Sorry to hear that. Netrunner's in like a really interesting spot right now because it's between competitive seasons, so people are just kind of doing whatever they want. But the new set seems to be just around the corner, and I think it's always really exciting to get more cards. That's for sure. That's where you work for me. They do, as long as you are work the Wednesday before Monday after. Otherwise, you're taxed a holiday there. Huh. 6:20 a.m. here in Sweden, so it's soon time for work. Just woke up early. Yo, good morning. Enjoy your Friday. I need to go to bed and wake up and do all that sort of stuff as well tomorrow. We're having some friends over for Friendsgiving. I think that's gonna be quite nice. But yeah, I can't tell what I think about this deck. I feel like it's not like, I don't know if what we want to make this deck better is like lean on more Juli and then play like selling phones from vans and stuff like that. Hard to say. Imagine we had Panweave and Wake, and oh, I do really miss Banhar Steve, don't I? Yeah, you do. Wake would have been fine. Like, Wake is definitely fine to good, especially with Alarm Clock. Like, very, very cool. Okay, I'm gonna hit this button. I think it's gonna break. I think it's gonna slightly break. Yeah, slightly break. Hold on 1 second. Thank you to all these names here and more. I did a really quick re-export of this today, and so it's now in 1080p, which is totally fine. We're supported on Métropole Grid on Patreon, which allows us to do all this sort of stuff. Videos, streaming, editing, motion, paying for all the licensing and stuff. It like would not happen without all these names here and more. I'm incredibly grateful. We also, of course, all their daily cast patrons. If you have your name here and you want to put a little icon next to your name, please don't hesitate to hit me up. You can find me at metropolegrid@gmail.com. If there's any issues with names and stuff, also hit me up because I grab these from Patreon and sometimes it's not what you want them to be. If you want to support the channel, not only is Patreon a way, but if you just want to take a second to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, how's it going over there, Twitch? That does help a heck of a lot. I don't know what to shout out this weekend. Off Meta Month is around the corner. It doesn't start technically till December, but that is just a couple weeks away. And we've already talked a bit earlier in one of the streams about all the good stuff going on, but you can find more of that on Null Signal Games. I think that's mostly it. We'll be back on Thursday. We do some Marvel Champions on the weekend if you want to drop by on Sunday, but I think that's mostly it. Enjoy your hopefully long weekend, your time with your family, whatever it is. Hopefully you're making the best of it. And if not, hopefully it'll get better. I can hang out in a nice space, talk to people, hang out in GLC. Sometimes this can be the harder part of the year, and I get that. So don't be a stranger, okay? With that, take care. Bye.